Oh, Arabic is beautiful. It's
Oh,
awesome, dude. I tried.
gorgeous.
I tried
I started
learning.
learning the alphabet in high school, and
Me too.
I just gave up.
Yeah, I know probably 6 or 7 of the letters, but that's it.
Yeah, I just know certain phrases here and there from like family and stuff because my family has Middle Eastern Dutchish background, all
Nice,
there.
dude.
So
I love Thai. Thai is like such a cool looking language. Do you know what Thai looks like?
no.
That's what Thai looks like.
Ooh, yeah, Thai does look fun. They look like the unknowns
Yeah, yeah, dude.
from
Thai
Pokemon.
totally looks like the unknowns.
From Pokemon.
Pokemon, and I really
It's
like
a Pokemon.
Russian.
It's
Ru-
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Which actually, Ryan, let me get a little weeby on you.
Pocket monsters.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. Are you? Do you watch anime?
No, I was really big into Pokemon.
Dude, nice.
My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Emerald.
Really?
Solely because of Rayquaza.
Oh, dude, I
Because I
love
thought Rayquaza
Rayquaza.
was
My
such a
my
cool
friend
fucking
traded me
Pokemon.
one when I was younger, and I cherished the. My friend's name was Ray, and he traded me a Rayquaza, and I cherished the shit out of it.
There's this I think my favorite Pokemon that I've ever caught that I was just like, yes, was the
Dan
Red
Watson?
Gyarados. Or yeah, sure. Was the Red Gyarados.
Oh, dude.
That was in that little pond area up to like the far
Yeah, yeah.
right of
I
some
remember.
town. I can't
It was,
remember.
dude. I don't know why, but in Pearl and Diamond, I was obsessed with Nose Pass.
Who's that?
Exactly. I loved Nose Pass though. It was like my favorite Pokemon. I just found it.
Does he have a big nose?
The thing basically.
Is he just a big schnoz?
It kind of looks like the guys from Easter Island, a little bit.
Okay.
And I guess that's that. But I don't know. Back to Katamari Damacy. Katamari Damacy is a fucking amazing game. Have you ever played it, Ryan?
No.
Holy shit! I'm gonna blow your mind.
We're gonna blow everyone's mind when we play it on this channel.
Oh yes, we are. We're definitely gonna play that.
I'm not saying when that's gonna be. We don't even know. We're just whenever we have the ability to.
And remind us of these things in the future in case we forget. And
Yeah.
because we might be like dry out of ideas, and you guys can be like, oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, like please remind me of Billy Hatcher because it's fun.
Absolutely. Pikmin.
Oh
Dude.
yeah, we need to do that soon.
Pikmin is like one of my favorite games series of all time, and I was ecstatic when I heard that Miyamoto said that Pikmin 4 is like complete. And
Is that official? Did he say that?
Yeah, he
Okay,
said that
awesome.
Pikmin 4 is almost done.
That wasn't his fake account on Twitter.
No.
That a lot of people believe is real.
No, I follow that. We both follow that account, and that account is funny as shit. It's
Yeah.
called like Real Shigeru M, and it's like I followed it thinking it was the real Miyamoto, and
I think
then
a lot of people did.
And then I saw what he started tweeting, and I was like, "Holy shit! What the fuck?"
It
Oh,
made me
wait.
think he was like such a cool guy. I'm pretty sure he's a cool guy regardless, but like this made me be like, oh, he's so fucking
'Cause
self-aware.
He was tweeting like the funniest shit, and then I was like, "Oh wait, never mind. This is not real."
Uh-oh.
Because when I showed it to you, remember, I was like, "Dude, look what
Yeah.
Miyamoto
And I was
just
like,
tweeted."
whoa, what a wacky guy.
And then Ryan came in my room the next day. He's like, "Dude, you know his account's not him, right?" And I was like, "What?"
Because knowing just me, I always get suspicious and I have to research things.
He tweeted something with the N word, and that was like
That was a big clue.
That was a big red flag. Like, maybe this isn't Miyamoto. Maybe this is someone else.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because he always tweets at Dylan Sprouse, and he just says like he'll just respond to one of Dylan Sprouse's tweets and just be like, "Dylan, my wife left me. Please help." And then Dylan Sprouse just ignores him, of course, and it's so funny just seeing that.
What is Dylan Sprouse up to? Just living off of those living
dude,
off of
he
that
is
like Disney
loaded.
royalties?
He is loaded, dude. You think both of them? Do you think one of the twins has like a lot more money than the other?
Whichever one had their dick posted to the internet probably has more money.
Wait, one of them had their dick posted to the internet?
Yeah, like
So they
one of
both
them-
had their dick posted
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
sure I
internet.
could find the picture.
Dude, let me see.
Hold on.
You know what's funny? Drake and Josh. So basically, Josh Peck, he is like loaded. He's like set for life. But Drake Bell spent all of his money and is actually like his net worth is like negative or something right now. I read this a while back that he has like no money.
Really?
So
Oh well, like I saw Drake.
Yeah, at the mall.
Yeah, it was in the Glendale Galleria area, and he was going into a movie theater. He was going to see a movie with some girl. I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
where you saw him?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
I just saw him. I was waiting in line for snacks. Well, I was done waiting in line for snacks, and I was at the soda machine, and I looked over and I saw him, and I was like, and then I was like, hug me, bro. God, imagine if I did that.
I was kind of that way when I saw Jack. God.
I have to let it out.
All right, dude.
I'm always
it's fine.
scared I'm gonna poop myself.
Oh, dude, I'm not going into that on the podcast. It's gonna tell a story, but I'm not going into that.
So
But
you were saying you saw Jack Black at the Gallery as well.
yeah, same place where Ryan saw Drake Bell. I saw Dracula. I know. I saw Jack Black. He was going up the escalator, and I was going down the escalator, and I went right by him, and I was like, and then yeah, it was. Who else? We saw Robert Downey Jr. No, we did.
No.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't. Oh yeah, we did. Never mind. At Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, we were backstage at Jimmy Kimmel, and
I forget because it wasn't that big of a thing. He was just like, he wasn't a disguise. He was just.
Dude. I'm pretty sure he was wearing a fedora. By the way, he basically we were chilling in the green room at Jimmy Kimmel, and then like we're just chilling, and then we just look, and like Robert Downey Jr. just like walked by us for like 2 seconds, and we're like, oh shit, that was Robert Downey Jr. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he was.
And then actually on this topic, when we saw Nathan Fielder
hold on
live,
1 second. That's it. You don't really see the whole penis. This is one of the Sprouse twins.
That's
the nude that got leaked.
Damn, that's embarrassing.
This is the more popular one. This is definitely the more popular.
Is Dylan the more popular one? Yeah, Dylan's the more popular one.
Yeah, Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a very formidable penis. But when Ryan and I went and saw Nathan Fielder,
which
live,
was great.
Oh, so
my
funny.
God.
But we looked over while we were like sitting in our seats, and like one row over, just like Eric Andre was sitting next to us.
And we would have been sitting next to him.
Oh my God! So I ran into this girl I knew at the show, and we were like talking in line and stuff. And then for some reason or another, we just kind of separated when we went in, and we didn't sit by her, which we should have, because she sat next to Eric Andre. And if we had just stuck with this girl, we would have sat next to Eric Andre, who is my all-time favorite comedian is Eric Andre. And
just because of the connections that were there, Eric Andre, I was like, I was expecting to hear
yeah,
like
Seth
in the
Rogen
audience.
in the background.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised he wasn't there. I thought like Tim and Eric would be there too, but they weren't. It was
Heidecker's like he's busy with his own like music stuff,
Yeah,
like serious music stuff, which you were listening to recently, and you got me listening to. It's really
good,
good.
yeah.
I like it.
It's
I like playing it around because it's called
in Glendale.
And We Live
In Glendale.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like Glenception. You know, it's like it's really cool.
Glenn Beck,
Glenn
Chovy,
Glenn.
I don't know.
How many Glens are there? There's also a Glendale in Arizona.
You said Glenn Chovy. I was Bon Jovi, but I just said Chovy.
Glenn. What do you want on your pizza? Yeah, give me some of those Glenn Chovies.
Speaking of shows.
Speaking of Eric Andre.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite. Probably. All right, so.
The Eric Andre show?
Andre show is probably. It's tied with Nathan For You and probably my current favorite favorite 3 shows.
Okay.
All produced by the same studio, which is absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Eric Andre show, Nathan For You, and Check It Out with Steve Brule. All 3 of those, my fucking favorite shows, and they just announced today, but season 4 of Check It Out is coming in June.
June 17th.
Freaking out, dude.
Yeah. Well, my favorite shows, one of them is definitely Nathan For You. It's hard to watch sometimes, but it's great. It's wonderful. I like seeing how actual people react and just interact. It's just interesting. It's kind of like people watching to the extreme.
Oh,
of course, Breaking Bad, and linked with Breaking Bad. I still need to catch up with the second season, which I'll do when soon. Which is Better Call Saul. So they're linked together because they're very strongly related.
Yes.
And Better Call Saul is really good. Another good TV show is House of Cards.
Have not watched that, but I would like to. I just finished. I just caught up to the ending of Better Call Saul. Like how far they are right now.
Yeah.
And it is. Ooh, it's good.
I'm excited to catch up. I'm excited to talk to you about it.
Dude, I need you to go ahead and just watch the second season so I have someone to talk.
I will. I did
it.
watch. Game of Thrones is probably also one of my favorite shows. I know these are stereotypical favorite shows, but they're really good.
Well,
I watched all 5 seasons of Game of Thrones in 4 days.
Oh, really?
4 or 5
Holy
days.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow. I
just binged it.
I watched like the first 3 seasons of Breaking Bad really fast, and then I watched the rest when it came on television.
Oh yeah, because like everything was out, but the second half of season 5 by the time I was binge watching it. So I just wait. It was right when season 5 actually the first half cut off, so I had to wait a whole year. And that was to watch the last 6 remaining episodes, and they were worth the wait. Like Breaking Bad, Ozymandias, at least that episode is like just one of the marvels of like television history. It it definitely goes down as one of the best episodes of television.
Oh my god, dude! The episode right before it, the way it ended, I think it was called like Tohajili. The way it ended, God, boy, that got me sweating. But but like, so I waited a year for season 5 of Breaking Bad to come on TV, and they showed the first 8 episodes, and it killed me. And then I had to wait another year for the final 8 episodes to come on, and that was
8 episodes, not 6.
oh my god, it was hell, dude. Like waiting, and now I gotta wait like a year for the next season of Better Call Saul, and I'm just. Ugh.
Isn't it sad to know that once Better Call Saul is done, that's it for the Breaking Bad universe? I don't think they're gonna bring anything.
You don't think maybe like 10 years down the road they might just reboot it for like a prequel or something, or they'll make a movie like 30 years down the road based on it?
Well, based on it, but like this is as in like the official like textbook,
like Vince Gilligan, Bryan Cranston, you know. But speaking of Bryan Cranston, Malcolm in the Middle was my favorite.
That's such a good show.
As a kid, that was my favorite show. I watched it like every day on TV. I loved Malcolm in the Middle.
It's just kind of like it gave you this gross feeling, but I loved it. Like it wasn't shot all pretty like regular sitcoms would be. Like you watch Modern Family, and yeah, there's some parts in there that are not conventional, you know. But you watch something like Malcolm in the Middle, and it just has its own feel. I think the only show to really match Malcolm in the Middle's feel to me, I'm not talking about the jokes or the content, I'm talking about the aesthetic of the show visually, is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They both have this similar yellow, just kind of like realistic, just gross feeling around them.
I guess you could say that. Yeah, I really like my thing about Malcolm in the Middle was that it was like really really funny, but then like at the same time it got really like serious and like heartwarming and stuff too, and it made you feel like connected to the whole family.
There's some sad episodes.
There are some sad episodes of that show. Like the one, it's called like Hal's Dad, I think.
Yeah,
it's like one of the later seasons, but Hal's dad dies, and it's like, oh, it's like such a good episode.
One of my favorite episodes is because Hal believes in God and stuff, and
Lois doesn't,
and it's just them discussing it and him coming to the realization, just kind of. I don't know, because I mean, it is a scary thought for a religious person, like a parent or a spouse or anyone, to like look at their significant other or their loved one and truly believe that, you know, they are gonna in some way be condemned to hell because of their belief, and that's just how they feel. How, you know, some of them feel, and I don't relate to that because I personally don't hold those beliefs, but I can feel where they're coming from in the terms of just kind of like the turmoil they might feel for the future of that person, and they want the best for that person. So
yeah, I can feel that 100%. But like, God, Malcolm in the Middle was just such a good show. Just the writing. Oh, I'm completely forgetting Arrested Development.
Yes,
dude, Arrested Development.
I did not like season 4 that much.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Everyone didn't like season 4. That's just one of the things to say. I'm not saying it just because it's one of the things to say.
But
just.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping that the writers, or I hope that they learn from their mistakes of season 4, because you know they already announced season 5. So I'm hoping that they learn from their mistakes. They did a while back.
Okay, that's
way
awesome.
Back. So
they announced a movie or something like that too.
They might have announced both. I don't know, but I hope that they learn from their mistakes and then make season 5
I think
hilarious.
They did. I thought they were supposed to release like a re-edit of season 4 to make it more like the previous seasons, because the way season 4 was different. Was the structure in that it focused on pretty much one character an episode. Like one character's story was the sole focus of each episode, but previously in the 3 seasons before that, they would focus on multiple characters with multiple storylines. So it was very quick, fast-paced, funny, you know, that type of thing. But I think one of my favorite comedies, because of its fast-pacedness and its, I don't want to, you know, wittiness and crassness, is Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
Just because you even look at a script. We actually had a script and we looked at it and it was broken down and everything. It's just so quick. Like
back and forth.
Just the delivery even. Like it's just, I don't understand how they don't trip over their words, because I have a hard time just kind of getting words out myself.
I think the show's been on for over 10 years now, I think. So it's like, wow, holy shit.
Getting Danny DeVito was a godsend for that show.
Yeah,
he fits the role of Frank perfectly.
Oh, like that. I think I almost want to say that his role as Frank is like his role of a lifetime. Like that's his big role that he'll always be known
not
for.
Not the Penguin.
Not what else?
That bites off someone's ear in a Batman movie.
Oh God. Yeah, that's his big role. That's his
army
claim to
of
fame.
And his army of giant penguins.
Was that really a thing?
Yeah, he had like giant penguin minions or something.
Really?
Yeah.
There were minions in a Batman movie? God, they're really really selling themselves. Yeah, but it's all good, dude. What about like we're talking about film? What's your favorite movie?
Oh well, of course. I think you know this.
Iron Man.
Yeah, no, it's the Iron Giant.
Yeah,
directed
Iron
by
Man.
directed by Brad Bird, who also
Brad Bird.
yeah, The Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so
Dude,
you know.
dude, Brad Bird.
Also did Tomorrowland, but I wasn't a fan of that. So
Oh, but seriously, Iron Giant is a fantastic movie. I had it on VHS as a kid. I remember it was in like a little plastic case, and my mom would always play it for me.
they have these big like studio, like big budget animated films, and this wasn't one of those huge animated films that had a lot of money pumping into it. This was a property. The Iron Giant was a book. Beforehand, I've read the book. It's completely different. In the book, there's a dragon the size of Australia, and that's like the main antagonist, I guess, of the book. And basically, all they did was they took like Hogarth and the giant and the general, I guess, kind of relationship they had in the aspect of the giant, saving humanity. They took that aspect and redid it and made it better, in my opinion. And it's just a wonderful movie. The voice acting is great. A lot of people don't know that Jennifer Aniston is the voice of the mom.
Yeah, I found that out
cool to know.
recently, and that kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, I think the voice actor for Hogarth actually like didn't really do much acting afterwards.
Yeah, I think that was like a big role. But on the topic of books that are different from the movie. Okay, so a lot of people don't know that Forrest Gump is based off of a book.
Oh.
And I read part of the book.
The language in the book,
Dude, well, first of all, the whole book is written in Forrest's like tone of voice, so it's like all the words are written out like that. But he is such a the movie makes him out to be this like real wonderful nice guy.
He's
but
a racist.
Yeah, in the book he says the N word, and he's just like stupid and
well, maybe
racist.
he's not racist, but he
says the N word a lot.
Yeah, his views are skewed by the normies.
Yeah, but Forrest Gump is a good movie.
I actually have a first draft of the script. I don't know where it is, but I have a first draft of the script, and it's very different than what was eventually put to film.
So Paramount actually had the licensing rights to a Forrest Gump sequel, and they had the script written out and everything, and it was in like pre-production because Forrest Gump,
was Tom Hanks attached to it at all?
Yeah, he was gonna be. It was gonna be.
Is this true?
No, 100%. And
Okay.
then what happened was the project. I think I read on Wikipedia a while back that the project fell through after 9/11.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there something having to do with the Twin Towers?
I don't know.
9/11 in the book?
No, but it had to do with I don't know.
Or when was the sequel was published?
Oh, the sequel to Forrest Gump came out before the first movie came out.
Yeah.
It's called Gump and Co.
Oh,
And-
really? Okay.
And they had like a whole script and everything written out. It's funny because he's responsible for like the crash of the Exxon Valdez, which was that big oil tanker, and then he like fought in Operation Desert Storm with like a chimp, and he accidentally created the Coke formula and
I'm glad they just kept it at Forrest Gump.
tore down the Berlin Wall and stuff. It was
Yeah.
like
They should have just kept it. Also, fun fact: Robin Wright, who plays Jenny, is a main character in House of Cards. So,
is she really?
yep, she's one of the main characters. They have
I need to
Frank
watch
Underwood, and then they have I forgot. I just had a brain fart.
Frank
I'm sorry.
Reynolds.
She plays the first lady.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
No way, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I think one of my favorite movies it's called All Is Lost, and not a lot of people know about it.
We started watching it, and I couldn't do it. It's because I was falling asleep, not because the movie was boring, because we have a habit of staying up way too
really
late.
late until like 6 in
But
the morning.
we still need to see that. I want you to
Yes.
show me this movie,
Yes.
and I want to freak out with you.
It's so good because the whole movie it has like no words in it except for
Mhm.
the very beginning. It has like no dialogue, and the whole movie it's Robert Redford, and it's about this guy that's just out in the middle of the Indian Ocean on like a boat that is broken, so he's stranded and he has no way for help. So the whole movie is him trying to survive on this boat, and then like it's him versus nature basically versus the ocean. And I'm terrified of the ocean. Not as scared as Ryan. Ryan's very terrified of the ocean. I'm also terrified of the
It's
ocean.
like
not as much.
well, it's not like it's not. I guess it's a fear. I'm not petrified of it. It's more like it's just this natural feeling of that's not where I'm supposed to be, so I don't go there.
I love the ocean, but like when it comes to drowning and what's in the ocean, fuck that shit, boy.
Yeah, because you don't belong in the ocean, and other things that do belong in the ocean will fuck you up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, dude. But All Is Lost is a really good movie, so you should go check that out.
Yeah.
Also, what else? Captain Phillips. I really like Captain Phillips. That was a good movie.
Mhm.
I like ocean movies. I don't know.
Did you like Jaws?
I haven't seen Jaws.
Ah,
I've seen part of it on TV.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of famous movies though, so
I couldn't imagine someone now watching Jaws.
and being like, oh
Yeah.
yes,
But it's well directed. They have one of the most famous Spielberg one takes in that movie. It's basically this whole conversation and stuff goes along. You know how they have like what do they call it? A ferry, I guess, that goes
Yeah.
across. Yeah, they film this whole conversation. I'm like, oh, what if they fucked up a line and had to go back? It's just stuff like that I like technical stuff in movies, and that's why
yeah, but dude, speaking of like,
sorry.
oh sorry,
I was just gonna provide a fun fact.
go ahead.
Year I was born was 1994. You know what won Best Picture in 1994?
What,
Forrest Gump.
dude? Look at that. You know what won Best Picture the year I was born?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But oh yeah, speaking of like one shot takes, Birdman is a fantastic movie because the way they shot it was they made the whole movie look like it's one long continuous take.
Which I mean, it has been done before, but like not. It hasn't been presented to a
In
mass
such a good
audience
way,
like this.
too.
I don't feel like before. It wasn't recognized like Birdman was, and Birdman was fantastic.
Oh, dude, Michael Keaton did such a good job, and I am so excited.
You need to see The Revenant. Like I know it's not all one take, but there's this battle sequence in the beginning that it's pretty much all one take, and it's just like, how do they fucking choreograph this shit?
Oh, dude, that's
It's amazing.
I really want to see it.
They
really
used
wanna
all
see it.
natural lighting.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's oh my god. I mean, of course, the filming The Revenant was hell for a lot of the cast and crew, but
Because apparently, didn't he actually like go into the icy water? Like,
I feel like he did.
I read that he actually
ate that shit to the like a buffalo, whatever.
he really went into the cold and into the water without like a wetsuit and stuff for the role to actually like portray it realistically, which that is taking method acting to the extreme. And
A lot of people say it's cheating.
well, that's not what.
Yeah, because it's like, of course you're.
'Cause then
gonna,
you're not
of
acting,
course,
then
yeah,
it's
of
real.
course you're gonna be cold when you're in water.
Well, who gives a shit? It's good.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like whatever
as realistic as it can get.
Yeah, or as realistic or however best you can portray what is supposed to be, however best you can portray what's supposed to be portrayed to the audience. And if actually doing that realistically is the best way, then go ahead and fucking do it, because it definitely paid off in terms of The Revenant.
Oh, absolutely! He finally got his Oscar, and it's like
Congratulations to him. Big round of applause to Leonardo DiCaprio on that win.
I think he deserved it. Fight me on that. But also, it's like Michael Keaton. I am so excited for you. You showed me the trailer for because
Yep.
he has a movie coming out later this year
Called The Founder.
Yeah,
about-
about the founding of McDonald's and like the secret story behind it and how like dirty it was, and it's awesome. I'm so excited for that.
There are a lot of good movies coming out.
Oh,
War
yeah.
Dogs is another
Oh,
one that I'm excited
yes!
for. I think the movie that I'm most excited for this year is it's called Swiss Army Man.
Yes.
It stars Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. It looks really good. I'm not going to spoil anything. If you want to look up the trailer, go ahead and do so.
It's fun.
It does deal with what do you say? Very
It's cool.
touchy subject.
It's very like dark theme, but the way
Yeah.
they portray it is so cool.
Yeah, exactly. So
So-
that's definitely. I think that's my most anticipated movie. Not necessarily. I think it's going to be the best, but I think it's one of the most interesting movies that I've seen.
Yeah, it's a
trailer for in a
really
long
interesting
time.
idea.
You and I are actually going to go see a movie.
We are going to go see a movie tonight after we
called
record
The
this.
Green Room, which I'm excited for because I like feeling emotions when I go see movies, and just there's sometimes I feel like torturing myself.
Oh,
and
you should go see Fast and Furious.
I did. I went to go see Fast and Furious 7. And how did it good? I know why it got good reviews, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah.
But dude, I think that the audience has learned quite a bit about what we like. Is there anything else you want to say? Because I was gonna.
No, I'm
wrap it up
sure
a little
we'll
bit.
there are more episodes in the future. You'll get to know us even more.
But I think for the people that have at least listened this far into the podcast, we want to give you guys a little reward. So.
Mhm.
Ryan, you wanna tell me what your favorite sex position is?
Oh, we're doing that?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
Okay, my favorite sex position would probably have to be Tim Allen's hand grenade.
Tim Allen's hand grenade?
Yeah.
No fucking way, dude.
You love it?
It's good stuff, dude.
I mean, it feels good. I mean, it's a bit hard to pull off at first.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
When you get it, it's tool time.
Dude, clean your teeth on my bones. That's a line. That's a line from Home Improvement. I don't know the context. I just know, but there's an episode where he says "clean." Clickhole did a whole thing about
What's
it.
your favorite sex position, Matt?
For me, probably I'm gonna have to say the obvious GameCube.
Okay, now is that with the second party controller or not?
Oh, only if you're feeling up to it.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
I honestly, I don't think I'm not up for the second party controller version of the GameCube.
Yeah, GameCube is a little. It's a tricky one to pull off. It's
The
a
wireless controller version is definitely
Holy
something to look
shit,
into.
Yes.
But
I did it once. I did it once back in college, and holy shit.
back when we were productive human beings trying to
Absolutely.
add something to society. No, I wouldn't have added shit to society if I finished college. I was majoring in business management
I was
and
majoring in
minoring in
business.
film studies.
I was majoring in business and minoring in Japanese, so
What a team we would have made.
absolutely. But now we're actually contributing to society by making shitty videos on the internet of us making dick jokes and playing video games. So
And we're glad that you guys like it. We actually enjoy what we do, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. So honestly, like, being serious, in all seriousness, thank you guys for supporting us. We have had several channels in the past. We have been doing this a long time, and Super Mega is finally a collaborative effort that Matt and I have come together and we've made from scratch. And because previously I was on a different sketch comedy Syndigo, and you had Kids with Problems, so they're each the ownership of those is kind of separate in its own right, even though I am a member of Kids with Problems. But like, this is the first channel where you and I like have like full 100% like 50-50 ownership of, and it feels good to be back creating
does.
content, and it feels. And it's nice having this kind of 2 video a day
I
schedule.
love it.
It's hell sometimes because we're editing
at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
but
like on average, probably 5-6 a.m. is when we actually hit the hay.
yeah,
So.
but it's like the 2 video a day thing. As tough as it is, I honestly love doing it, and I think I can speak for both of us when I say that like we both love doing this, and we love this channel.
And there's so much more that we want to do.
Oh, we have so many plans for this channel in the future. We're just getting started. This is just the beginning, but we have loved every moment of making and recording and editing these videos for you guys so far, and we love your feedback, and we honestly we love hearing from you guys, and we read all the comments, and you guys are amazing. And like, just all the support you've given us throughout the past year has been unbelievable, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah, we're building a nice little community, and we hope to see it grow. We hope to continue to spread our sense of humor and just our entertainment around. Whether people think it's they're just playing video games for a living. I used to actually be like that. I used to be like, oh, people are playing video games for a living.
I used to actually hate Let's Plays.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I just never had an understanding of it. And then it's just, you look into it, and yeah, you can talk about how it's better because of the YouTube algorithm, but also it's literally just having fun.
It's just
having fun, and we put creative effort into our edits and stuff like that, and we take time and make sure each video is not just thrown out there. And it's as I said before, Super Mega is something new and much needed. I need to be busy. It's good to be busy, and it's good to have y'all along in the process.
Absolutely. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Super Mega Cast. We have it's been a great first date with all you guys. Man, Ryan, it's feeling a little spicy in here.
Ooh, do you taste that? Ooh,
yeah, that's
tastes
a 10.
tastes a little. It's a bit sweaty.
Little sweaty, but a lot of spice.
It tastes as if it would be wearing a hat and glasses
And some awesome shoes, maybe.
I don't know. Oh wait!
Oh yes,
it's Vernon
Vernon Shaw.
That's how I get.
That's how you get introduced.
That's not even the worst. I appreciate how nice you were.
You lumped us into the worst, though. So
I want to say top 5 the worst.
okay.
Okay, well,
That's
at
a top
least
5 of some sort. So.
We're not the worst, so that's all that matters.
Guys, thank you for having me.
No
Thank you for being a
problem.
part of this. It makes us feel nice that people like you can step into Matt's room and feel comfortable.
For once.
Yeah, because we're recording this in my bedroom since our main recording computer is dead, and it's not often that I get people in my bedroom that feel comfortable. But today I have Ryan and Vernon Shaw from Hot Pepper Gaming in my bedroom all together.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I said that already. Fuck.
It's okay. You can thank us as much as you want.
I mean, you want to thank us again?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
well, we recently actually did some Hot Pepper Gaming.
Yeah, do you guys want to get
episodes.
into that?
Yeah.
Dude, let's get into it.
Okay, so to give everybody the sort of the rundown, I run a weird little channel called Hot Pepper Gaming with my friends, and it's a channel where people try to review video games directly after eating hot peppers, and that is literally it.
And you should go check it out, by the way. You probably already have checked it out. I mean,
You don't
We're
know
smaller than that
Stop
channel.
that. Stop that. Be nice to yourself.
But
Okay.
go in that search box, check out Hot Paper
Hot Paper Gaming,
Hot
dude.
Paper Gaming, dude. Go check out Hot Pepper Gaming. We were on there today, and I don't know when those videos are going to be going up. However,
Within the month.
within the month, yeah. So make sure you go subscribe, check that out.
So like I think it's important to. Sorry, it was really cute how you guys almost kissed.
What?
What? Not nothing.
No.
Don't give the shippers anything.
No, we're literally hours after you guys had just eaten the hot peppers. So I'm really curious to see where you guys' headspace is at.
Well, okay, so I haven't felt any repercussions yet, and what I know is that right now my bowels are a ticking time bomb. I know that probably come 3, 4 a.m. I'm just gonna feel something. I'm gonna rush to the bathroom, and then it's gonna be.
Let's take it from the beginning, right? Okay. Because we've been buddies for a bit. We've been DMing back and forth, and it just sort of worked out where you guys asked me to be on this podcast, but also I was really like wanting to get you guys on Hot Pepper Gaming.
Yeah.
So we decided to do a quick little day, like an evening thing where you guys came over to the Game Grumps space and shot Hot Pepper Gaming with us, and then I got dinner, and then we came here. So. To sort of describe to the listening audience what I saw from my end when you guys both went on, Matt went first, and like in Fight Club where Edward Norton wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Yeah.
It was literally that. Like you ate the pepper, and I watched your face crumble in front of me. Go ahead. No, it's all you.
It was basically like the second I took the first bite, I was like, hey, this isn't that bad. Because first of all, let me preface this by saying, when it comes to hot things, I'm a little bitch. Like even mild salsa can get me coughing and stuff. It's just ugh. So a big habanero.
And we gave you a mean-looking one, yeah.
Oh, it was big. It was massive. It took 2 whole mouthfuls to swallow it, and that was something new to me. I've never actually really indulged my tastes in hot peppers, and this was just something completely new to me. I took that bite. I chewed it up. First swallow, some juice went in the back of my throat, and just right then I realized I'd made a big mistake.
Yeah, and it was just watching you disintegrate like that, because it wasn't what was happening inside and how much your mouth hurt, but I saw your eyes turn red. I saw tears down.
To me, it was this. Wow, I can't speak, guys.
It's okay.
It was as if. There we go. It was as if he saw God for the first time and was very disappointed in what he saw.
I
expected
you to come out of Hot Pepper Gaming with a white streak down your hair.
Just like permanently scarred forever. But holy shit, like right after we cut the cameras, I'm not going to spoil too much because I want you guys to go watch it because they are definitely good episodes. But right afterwards, I went into the bathroom and I sat on the cold, hard floor by the toilet with a water bottle with tears in my eyes. And God, I was gagging. I couldn't breathe. It was absolutely awful. And this was only just a habanero, which is how many Scoville units?
150,000.
50,000?
150,000
Oh.
maybe compared to like $1 million on a ghost pepper.
Oh my God! So what is the hottest pepper?
Carolina Reaper.
The Carolina Reaper.
That's the hottest synthesized pepper.
Okay, so Ryan and I are actually from South Carolina. Do you know if it gets its name because it's from?
It's one of the Carolinas. I don't know, man.
Okay, I mean they're the same thing basically.
Yeah,
they're both just as racist. So
yeah, but if you weren't bad enough, and again, I felt like I never want to hurt my friends, but just by
we could tell because you kept asking, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Probably 5 times before the.
I continually pointed to the door, and I was like, I wouldn't be mad. I get it. I get what this channel is.
Because you've done it yourself before.
Plenty of times, man.
Yeah.
What's the hottest pepper you've ever had?
Carolina Reaper, twice.
Oh, you've done it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Describe that.
Oh, it was bad. I don't know, man. Like, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be because I probably the worst and best one I'd ever done was like a really fresh ghost pepper. And that one, it hurt so much, but it was such a different pain than a habanero in that, like, it's sort of like it hurt and then it built and it built and it built and you could feel your extremities kind of growing numb and your vision start vibrating and just all of these things of your sort of like autoimmune system just sort of like attacking your own body.
It's very euphoric. Like if it wasn't for the one of the side effects, if it wasn't for the side effects of like it being hot and painful, it's a drug essentially. Yeah. It feels like it would be a drug.
By this point, I feel as if I've done a master's degree worth of research into spicy things, right? So, what's happening when you eat a hot pepper? Nothing's actually burning inside of you. It just triggers the heat receptors in your mouth that make your brain believe that it's on fire. So it goes through this whole like it goes through this process where like your mouth starts watering and like in order to like shut out the whatever's on fire.
Yeah.
Your brain gets flooded with endorphins and adrenaline to like combat the pain and all that. So once everything stops hurting, once like the heat receptors stop being fired, you're just left with a brain full of adrenaline and endorphins. So that's why everybody says that there's a bit of an addiction process to eating spicy food, because you do kind of, in a sense, crave the good introspective feeling that you get after you eat something
Holy
spicy.
shit.
Would you consider yourself addicted at this point?
I mean, I moved from a medium spicy guy to a hot spicy guy. So
Ooh,
like, it like like nobody likes hurting that much, but I definitely feel that it takes a little bit more to like to have me reach for the milk.
Yeah.
But I do genuinely love spicy food now, and like before.
Now it hurts so good.
Yeah, before Hot Pepper Gaming, I was just like, spicy food. But now I'm like, spicy food. So
it's great.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
So I was actually wondering this earlier. Clue me in on like what made you start Hot Pepper Gaming? Why did you like? What gave you this sadistic idea to like, hey, let's give people peppers and watch them suffer?
So there's the funny story and like the biz story, right? Like the funny story was that like I made a tweet about it, and I was like, hey, it wouldn't be funny if we did a show where people tried to review video games directly after eating hot peppers. And I went back and looked at it, and it got 2 retweets and 1 favorite, and that was enough for me to be like, all right, let's do it. But like the biz thing was like, I made Hot Pepper Gaming with some friends, Aaron Schmalfeld and Jared Rose, and I think you guys have met them before, and they're like they're great, and they're so cool. And first of all, we've always wanted to work together on something, and second of all, it was like career wise where I was at. I was working at a YouTube company, and I had all these strongly held ideas about like how you make a good YouTube channel and like what it takes to like make shareable content and all that stuff. And I didn't have a way to really prove that I knew it other than doing it.
Yeah, by doing it yourself.
So that's sort of what birthed Hot Pepper Gaming, was like me, Aaron and Jared getting together and saying like, hey, we want to show people we know what we're talking about, and we did that, and it was cool to see, to feel right for once.
I love the little set. Like it's a very like visually pleasing set. Like
that
the
one's
cutouts and everything.
That one's actually credit to Aaron Schmalfeld. Like if we're up to,
you didn't clap. Vernon.
She's great. She's great. She's great.
Awesome. Good, yeah.
If it were up to me, it would have been on like a white background. It would have looked really dumb. But Aaron, for as small of a change as it is like putting it up against a yellow background, like that did so much for branding and recognition and like how someone could perceive it online. And like it's remarkable how small of a change that was, but how big of a difference it made.
I was actually thinking about that earlier while I was watching someone else take their descent into madness. I was looking at the yellow, and I actually, because I'm thinking, I'm like, if I did it, I would make it like red or green, like the color of a pepper. But I don't know why. Like yellow just fits, and it looks really nice.
Peppers are yellow, man.
No,
Ryan, all peppers are red.
I know a little more about peppers than you. All right.
Well, we got the pepper expert. What different colors can peppers be?
Oh, it's usually a stoplight, so it's like red, green, and yellow.
What about bell peppers, Vernon? Those are orange. Some of them are orange. Habaneros, the one we ate, that was orange.
Fuck you.
Okay, we gotta stop this fucking podcast. Okay.
No, it's the color doesn't necessarily matter to how spicy something is going to be. So you can have a variety of color peppers and be different spicy, but the different levels of spicy. But the yellow backdrop was sort of like a color complementary thing. And again, color theory not really my forte, so it was cool. Like it's one of those and you guys might know a little bit about this, but like when you collaborate with people who you trust and and people who you artistically appreciate, you see how like something as dumb as Hot Pepper Gaming, like being a collaborative process like that, it really shines, and you kind of become more than the sum of your parts when you're working with people that you trust.
Yeah, especially like when you enjoy what you do, and you seem to enjoy giving people some pain.
I don't know about that. No, but okay, so like I don't know if I've ever talked about this on a podcast, but I feel like the 3 members. Folks. Yeah, you got that super mega exclusive, guys.
Ooh,
no,
yes.
No, but like I don't feel like I talk about this enough, but like I feel like myself, Aaron, and Jared, we in the life of Hot Pepper Gaming kind of added our own, like I don't know if it would have become as big as it did without us adding in our own little secret sauce to it, right? You know, like I got this obsession with shareable media and like how to structure and how to brand something. Like Aaron was had so many good ideas about like how to like build it from an artistic perspective, or how to make it look, or how to like the original iterations of Hot Pepper Gaming was reading from a typed out script. And it turns out it wasn't as funny as like having an outline and trying to get from point to point. And like that was something that we
then you end up forgetting in the heat of the moment.
Exactly.
Literally, the heat
pun
of the
literally
moment.
intended.
You like the pun there?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
And then like Erin had a lot to do with like how the video looked, and like she was like probably the first person to tell me that I was an idiot for trying to do a script. And then like Jared, who was like, if you know Jared for 5 minutes, you know what if you talk to Jared for 5 minutes, you know what I'm talking about. But he is such a wild card, and it was his video that sent Hot Pepper Gaming into the stratosphere. So like I feel like, you know, the three of us coming together, and like even as something as dumb as a YouTube channel, like you could see that artistic stamp that all of us put on it that I think push it into like the public eye.
It's great. I love it. And like you were talking just about the different peppers. I kind of wanted to hit on that topic real quick. You said the color doesn't, you know, mean anything to the spiciness, but you picked out certain peppers on how they physically appeared. The one you gave me was very veiny.
Yeah,
and
that's another
science
Jared
behind
Rosen patented. Like he's the torture artist. He will find the pepper that hurts you, because there's a couple. Okay, so there's a couple things you got to know about a pepper. It's so the things that are hot inside of peppers is what's called capsaicin, and it's this oily substance, and it's contained within the seeds of a pepper.
I was gonna say, because what I've noticed from eating peppers in my life is the seeds are always like the fucking spiciest part.
So normally when people like cook jalapenos, or like when they do jalapeno poppers, they'll cut open a jalapeno and they'll scoop out all of the seeds, so you get the flavor of the jalapeno without necessarily like the burning ouchy hotness. So which is a scientific term. Thank you.
The burning ouchy hotness.
Yeah. So you would do that. So the thing to remember is that these seeds kind of they come out of like the membrane, which is like the center of the pepper closest to the stem. So you have to keep an eye on like whether or not you see a lot of veins in the peppers, if it's a little translucent. There's a weird art to it to identify something that has a large membrane with a lot of seeds in it.
Well, it definitely proved to be very fucking spicy.
Yeah, we didn't even Ryan. We didn't even talk about yours.
Did you want to go into?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yours was interesting because you held it together a little better than Matt did. Not to say that Matt didn't have a valiant effort. You climbed a mountain, man. You climbed a goddamn mountain. But there was just something so romantic about you staring into the camera, Ryan, and just delivering talking points with tears streaming down your face.
Were they streaming down my face?
Yeah.
My face was numb. I couldn't tell what
Matt,
was going
describe
on.
it for
Okay,
us.
so from behind the camera, what I could see was I see Ryan. He eats the pepper, and then within a good 20 seconds, his eyes just turn completely like blood red. They glaze over, and about a minute later, he has tears on both cheeks, just rolling down his cheeks.
It was like somebody told him his puppy had died, right? But
Oh my God.
But he still had to give a speech at his school.
Yes. Wait, I had to give a speech at a school?
Yeah.
Like imagine you're in like 4th grade and you're about to give
terrified.
You're about to give a presentation, and right before you found out your puppy died.
I thought you were like saying,
But
like,
you
I
still
was
wanted
so,
a good grade.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to fight through it.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King was a great. Oh God. What if? Do you think that's the next step in Hot Pepper Gaming, trying to
Public speeches?
describe political figures?
Oh man, the next step in Hot Pepper Gaming is trying to eat less hot peppers, man. No, that's sort of the thing about YouTube is like if you do something right, you got to be prepared to do it forever.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the sort of tough thing about Hot Pepper Gaming is that like I really love doing it. It just hurts.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, with Hot Pepper Gaming, you say like be prepared to do something again and again and again.
Yeah.
How what is your opinion on like fads change? People will get tired of a certain thing over time. Like, do you feel like Hot Pepper Gaming is different in that aspect, or do you have ideas to counteract that? Like, what do you think of that whole idea of fads in YouTube and entertainment and how they change over time and stuff like that, and how does that relate to your channel?
It's a yes and no thing. Like it's so the first thing to touch upon is like the algorithm will always change, right? Like different types of content will be favored for different reasons. Like you saw before 2012, it was like the very kind of clickbaity sort of articles. Like it was things that would get you to click on them because algorithmically YouTube videos were weighed by how many views they got.
Top 10 naked women dressed as Minecraft characters.
There you go. This is pre-Minecraft though. Actually, it was
top 10 naked women in RuneScape.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
You got it. Post 2012, it then became like viewer retention, like how long someone was watching something. So like it started valuing different things. So that's where you saw the rise of Let's Players and unboxers and like Skylander weird stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's always going to be tweaked, and it's always gonna change, and like different things will always be valued in different ways. My weird counteraction to that is like I think that you should always create something, and that this is Hot Pepper Gaming. This is anything that I create online of like. You have to create things that someone wants to share with someone else. Because when you do that, you sort of exist above whatever algorithm favors whatever, just because you put the success of your video in the hands of those watching it.
Right, and the thing about videos of people stumbling over their words as they or burning alive after eating a hot pepper, that's something that regardless of the algorithm, regardless of if it's 2012 or 2017, like people are going to want to watch that and share that. So
Lord, I hope so.
I don't see that trend like fading away because it's fresh.
It's sort of, you know, you saw it in different iterations. We aren't the first person to do things with hot peppers online, but
there was a whole section, like there was a whole time period where that was the big thing.
Yeah. So it's the super interesting thing about that is like that, like the very human, like the not to talk too deeply about like the art of comedy as it pertains to eating hot peppers, but there's something really, really special about like trying to do something serious, but having something that lets real human emotions out. Because like you don't have to be a funny person to come on Hot Pepper Gaming just because hot peppers bring out a very real thing in someone.
That's why you had us on, right?
Oh, stop it. You guys are great. Don't be nice. Okay, the requirement for the rest of this podcast is that you guys have to be nice to yourselves and believe in yourselves, okay?
What?
Come on,
I didn't
Vernon.
sign up for this shit.
No, we're keeping this podcast positive, okay? That's what I swear to God.
Get some positive vibes.
Get some positive vibes in there, yeah.
But yeah, so like I hope that we keyed in something like keenly human in terms of eating something spicy and then just being human about that. It's the man falls down. It's the guy getting hit in the crotch. It's like all of this like
It's all funny.
like it's ow my balls, and I know that we're sort of hurtling further and further into like that idiocracy future. And I know Hot Pepper Gaming is very analogous to Ow My Balls, and I get that. but I hope it makes people laugh, and I hope it gives people real laughter. But like past that, like I think on YouTube is cool because you have the weird luxury of being able to make the same joke over and over and over again, and finding ways for it to continue being funny.
AKA Let's Players, yeah.
Yeah, but like you always maintain the same format. But I think the way you subsist off of that, the way you survive off of like just making the same joke over and over and over again, is to like find ways to care about it still, and continually care about it, and continually care to make it different and make it better and make it funnier. And I hope we do that with Hot Pepper Gaming.
I mean, I've always been a fan of the show. Like when you first started, I saw episodes, and like this is before I guess I was even a thing, because like at that time I had like probably 5,000 people, if not lower than that, like following me on Twitter or whatever. I wasn't like a personality, or say, I guess I can say I'm somewhat of a personality now.
Right.
I've grown a lot bigger since then, but like I never expected it. Like Hot Pepper Gaming was this like cool show that they're bringing these creators on, and I never expected to actually be on it. And it's like it's this weird moment. I was in there and I was looking at the set, and I was like, fuck, this is so cool, this is great. And like, and I know the person who's behind it, and I'm cool with them, and it builds this cool community, because like people enjoy the content, but like it's also fun creating the content and being a part of like there's inner workings, and like there's a different type of style when it comes to creating content, especially live action content, where you're talking about where you're dealing with people's real emotions coming out. Yeah. And I have to say, like, just I guess in all that, after I'm gushing whatever, but like seriously, thank you for having us on the show.
I'm so glad. it like I want to say is like it's strange from my perspective too that like out of nowhere hot pepper like I get emails regularly of people saying that like my goal is to eventually be on your show or to be big enough to be on your show and like as far as YouTube goes, man, we're still technically small fish, you know, like there's huge people out there and like we're kind of like this weird strange niche community and it's such an honor to be a strange culturally connective tissue in the YouTube gaming scene of like someone thinking that they've made it when they've been on Hot Pepper Gaming when I'm really just like I'm just a guy, man. Like I'm just a guy with a really dumb idea.
You're sitting across from us. We're sitting on a bed. You're sitting in a computer chair. This is as real as it gets.
But it's like I don't want to make this the gush session, man. But like
make it the gush session.
But
it's gush.
The it's just so cool. The YouTube community, the YouTube gaming community at large is like this really really cool thing where like you surround yourself by other passionate people who just give a shit, you know, and like there was a large portion of my life when I was like making stuff and nobody cared, and my only saving grace and the only thing that kept me going was like the knowledge that like at the very least I try hard, you know, and like it's so validating to know that like if you keep doing that and you keep showing that you're like trying really hard and you're trying so hard and you continually try to be better, like people will notice that and people will appreciate that in you, and like you surround yourself with other passionate people who try hard. And that's great.
Yeah, because recently Matt and I have been up every night till like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. trying to get videos out.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, Super Mega, it is technically like a full-time job, but it's not what's, you know, it's not what's giving us money. It's not what's paying rent or anything like that. So it's kind of like, it's a side thing right now. Maybe one day it will become big enough. That's great. But we have fun doing it, and we're hoping that the effort that we put into it shows, and we build this community. Like, because like the community is the cool part about it.
Absolutely.
Like we are going to a convention. We're going to VidCon. It's going to be our first convention.
I'm going to be there too. We should hang
Oh,
out.
yeah, let's hang out. Yeah, we're going to hang together.
No, meet us at VidCon. We're going to be hanging out with Vernon Shaw.
Yeah.
From Hot Pepper.
I got a
Gaming.
hotel room if you guys want to.
Yes.
If you guys want to like come
Let's
up to my
bounce
room
on the
and
bed. Yes.
if you guys want to
set a pillow fight.
come to my room and do beers.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Vernon, I'm only 20, so I can't actually.
Oh God, really?
I'm
so
I'm 21. I'm 21. I can have a beer.
But I mean, there's no police in a hotel room.
Matt,
Stop it! Stop
Okay,
it!
yeah, stop it. And that opens a whole can of
Vernon,
worms.
you would
You don't know. You can't see how much I'm winking at you right now, but
let's just say this right now. You know, Vernon, you would never give alcohol to a minor.
absolutely.
Say it full
I'm not a
sentence,
minor.
Vernon.
I'm
Full sentence.
My name is Vernon Shaw, and I
Would never.
I plead the
Would
fifth.
never. What?
Huh?
Jesus.
just make sure you cut his audio in post, Ryan. So it sounds like he says, "My name is Vernon Shaw, and I would give alcohol to a minor." Wait. Speaking of alcoholic beverages, I don't know. Have you ever had? Do they make alcoholic beverages out of like things like peppers or
Yeah,
anything?
they do, and they're almost like from my. I don't think I've had enough of them to develop a
taste.
Not a taste, but like an opinion on the matter. But everyone I've talked to has universally hated them.
Oh, I imagine that sounds miserable.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's not necessarily a novelty thing, and I'm sure there's people who do it right. I just gotta maybe make an effort to go try them. I don't know if we do them on the show. They don't. They just.
Do they have a spicy aspect to
Yeah.
them? Okay, I was wondering, like, because you said the seeds were the main part. Like, I guess they get the capsaicin. Like, I guess with hot sauce.
buddy.
I feel like it would just be like drinking watered down hot sauce, basically. That's pretty much what it would be like.
That doesn't
It
sound
just
too
does
good.
not sound appetizing, man.
But that
No.
pepper, you
Yeah,
just pop
right.
it off and chew. There's
Nice
a
little
crunch.
crunch. The juices. It's all. Just let it marinate in your mouth. It's all
I'll let
good
you know,
stuff.
I'm a picky eater, and I used to just run away from anything like a vegetable crunchy, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Anything that has that good old vegetable crunch to it, I would run away from. But recently, I tried a burger for
Yeah,
the
you
first
had your
time
very
with
first
tomatoes
burger.
and pickles and stuff.
Wow.
And being on your show and having a pepper, just biting into it and actually swallowing and eating it. It's a
Vernon,
big thing for me, Vernon.
you're helping Ryan. You know, Ryan's like a turtle. Okay, he's like a cute, beautiful little turtle, and he's in his shell, and he's always been in his shell. But you know, with people like me being able to cook him up a burger, and people like you being able to give him a pepper, you're letting him, you know, slowly climb out of his shell.
Oh, that's so great.
And expand his neck area and his legs
Dude,
out from.
Dude, you know what?
Yeah.
That's so totally wicked. Cowabunga, dude.
Dude,
Well,
thanks.
here's the thing about like hot peppers. The weird phenomenon that we've seen after doing the show for so many years is that there are certain people who develop an addiction to hot peppers after being on our show. without a doubt. Like,
Can you name names?
yeah, I mean, like one of the ones I always like pointing toward is Rodrigo Huerta, Elcid 1984. He's this amazing animator. He did Hot Pepper Gaming with us, and then I hung out with him a couple months later. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I love spicy stuff." He liked spicy stuff before, but now he loves spicy stuff. And
Like you were saying. How
yeah,
I
I talked to his girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, he just like all he does is he goes like to Costco and buys those big jars of pickled peppers, and he eats them, and then he tries to kiss me." And I couldn't count the number of people who've come up to me and is like, "Yeah, I'm addicted to spicy food now thanks to your channel."
Was that an important aspect of the story?
Yeah,
he tried to kiss me.
Yeah. It was.
Was he trying to trick her? Was he trying to trick her to like spit the seeds down her throat or something?
No, because like the spiciness is on your lips.
Oh yeah, I learned that today. After I ate it, like I don't know why, but after I ate it, I wiped my mouth with like a paper towel, and that just triggered my lips.
You
And
were
it was
rubbing your eyes during the recording too.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
accidentally-
yeah.
well,
yeah, you did it too.
The thing is that like it'll get caught in your pores. Like what happens when you get sprayed with pepper spray, which is sort of the same concept, is like to combat it, they'll throw you into a really really cold shower, and that'll get rid of it for a time being. And like, but like the weird trade off is that you get capsaicin in your pores. So if you take a hot shower the next day, you just get to experience it all over again.
Like a sunburn. If you get in the shower after a sunburn. I actually have a question. Have you ever considered doing hot pepper spray gaming, where people pepper spray
No.
someone and then they try to review a game while they're pepper sprayed?
No, man. Like we found out that there was a sort of a northern limit where it stopped being funny and started being dangerous.
dude, it's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, it was like because comedically we play up the weird rivalry between myself and Jared, and like it's like this sort of funny comedy joke of me trying to like kill the guy with peppers. But there was a time when like we gave him like it was called like hot sauce from the second dimension, or it's like second dimension hot sauce, and like he scream vomited into my bath. We were filming at my apartment at the time, and he just like scream vomited in my
Jesus.
bathroom in front of people that he like really really respected. And I was like, all right, we're hitting the we're hitting the reset button on this thing, because I actually don't want to hurt my friend.
In a documentary, it would be, it was then that we knew we had gone too far.
Exactly.
Is it possible? Like, okay, so when we did this, you were very like careful. Like, are you sure you want to do this? Because I don't want you getting hurt. How hurt can you actually get from consuming like large amounts of capsaicin? Like, can you die? I don't know.
You physically, from what I've read, you can't actually die from the capsaicin. But a big worry is like someone who is allergic to peppers or has pre-existing heart conditions or pre-existing stomach conditions like stomach ulcers. Then hot peppers can exacerbate whatever ailment you have. So it's like by and large, peppers are a very healthy thing for you. There's generally no negative side effects, and they're considered like really, really actually good for you.
They can help with congestion.
Yeah, exactly. Congestion, like it speeds up your heart rate. It does a lot of cool stuff to like boost your immune system.
Makes
I believe.
you cry.
Makes you cry. It makes you feel.
We all need to feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but like if you're allergic to peppers and you don't know it, and you come on to hot pepper gaming, that's like an actually dangerous thing.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very fun.
Should we have gotten tested? I mean, we're fine
You
now.
don't
We're in the
necessarily
clear.
get tested. I mostly just ask people if like they eat spicy food beforehand.
Like my thing is, I want to build a tolerance, because one of my favorite foods is I love Korean food, but most Korean food is like unbelievably way too spicy for me. Like,
Oh, buddy.
like bibimbap. I love bibimbap, but it's too spicy for me.
Oh,
'Cause
what gets
I'm
you
a
there,
little
buddy?
bitch. So if you can help me build my tolerance, maybe we can go to K-Town, and maybe we can gradually work. Ryan, are you trying to kiss me?
What?
You guys
Like,
are so
I'm
cute.
just seeing how close
You're-
you are.
you're-
to the mic.
I just love you guys so much.
You're
I want you to know.
We
Thank
love
you. We love you
too,
too,
buddy.
man.
Wow.
I love you more than I would. So basically, like, dude, we should go to K-Town, Koreatown, and get some spicy Korean food, and we can all build our Well, Ryan and I can build our tolerance, and you can be like our coach.
Buddy,
You know, like,
I'm happy to. Like, I live in Koreatown. I'm not gonna say where for obvious reasons, but
You better guys go find him.
yeah. Find my house. No, just kidding. I don't live in a house. That
lives in a
was
mansion.
the first test.
he lives in a pepper field in Koreatown.
I live out there, and like I'm just showered with fine Korean meat stuffs on a daily basis, and
Say that again.
showered with fine Korean meat stuffs. on a
Okay,
daily
awesome.
basis. Yeah. So if you guys need the good Korean barbecue place, just let
We
me
have
know.
a Korean barbecue. Never mind. I don't want to say the name because then people will.
But what about the Korean barbecue were you gonna say?
I like bulgogi.
I like it too.
Do you like bulgogi?
Yeah, I like bulgogi.
How about you?
Yeah.
We just wrote a children's book about Korean food.
Dr. Seuss, we're taking the mantle here.
So
That's a saying though.
Yeah. So okay, wait, how are you guys feeling now that it's been a couple hours? Like, are you? Did you feel the high? Did you feel like the good vibes?
I felt the euphoric energy, and I also emptied my bowels.
Yeah.
Right before this podcast.
That might not be the
yeah.
end of it.
That's what I was thinking because it was so soon afterwards. I feel like it takes some time to get through your system. So I feel like the emptiness of your bowels right now was not what we took earlier. And I feel like now that your bowels are empty, that just means there's more hollow space to be attacked by the capsaicin.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so peppers are like the monster in like a Chinese horror movie, like where it like you think it died, but then it comes back, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, and like you never really you can't be sure that it's died unless it's exploded on screen, right?
It's like at the end of the first Friday the 13th movie. Like, you think everything's good, then you see Jason come out and snatch the girl out of the canoe.
Yeah.
Have you guys haven't seen?
Oh, I'm a
Spoiler
huge
alert,
fan.
Ryan.
Hey, it's from the 70s.
Spoiler alert.
Is it from the 70s or 80s?
I don't know.
Honestly, like that. Sorry, I'm forgetting my word. Is that a metaphor? No, what is that called? Was that a metaphor you just did?
Metaphor.
Yeah.
What like comparing?
Well, the comparison you just made was the best comparison I've ever heard.
A little bit of an analogy.
An analogy, yes. That's what I always confuse analogy with anagram, and
Or
I think I sound
it's
stupid.
what is it?
Anagram?
No,
What is it when you use like or as? That's
oh,
symbolism.
synonym. Oh, I
yeah.
actually
Matt,
No,
what do you
not
think an
synonym.
anagram is?
Symbolism.
symbolism. I just burped, and guess what I tasted, boys?
Was it bibimbap?
My dick.
Ryan, it was a hot pepper from Hot Pepper Gaming.
Close enough.
Yeah, but I feel pretty good right now. I don't have any, maybe a dull ache in the abdomen region.
Keep hydrating. Like I can't stress that enough. Just like drink a bunch of water.
I mean, I definitely feel like my bowel area kind of massaging its way to get ready for another hellish
like, oh.
shit.
Yeah.
Get ready, boys.
That'll do it.
Here we go.
I like the only time I've ever had like a real bad experience was Ryan and I have this hot sauce, or we did have this hot sauce that came. It's like a tiny little $80 bottle that came in a coffin. Like that was the box. It came in a coffin.
It didn't come in a full-sized coffin.
Yeah,
We didn't get like 6 people to deliver it to our house in a hearse.
and you open it up and it's just a tiny little bottle. But it was this like thick black sauce, and
It's like Blair's, right? Or
I don't know what it was. It was
We have it, don't we? We have it in our. No.
It's at someone else's house. But do you know how many Scoville units it was? Wasn't it like 1 million?
I don't want to fudge the facts here, but it was hot.
it was something spicy.
It was
hot.
it was more than the habanero. Habanero, god damn it. But basically all I did was I dipped a toothpick in it, and then I licked the toothpick. And the second it touched my tongue, it spread to the back of my throat.
You could feel it like radiate.
Oh yeah,
right?
and it was bad, and it passed on after about 30 minutes. And the next morning at about 5 a.m., I awoke in my bed with like a sharp, like someone stabbed me in the stomach in my sleep. And I ran into the bathroom, and I had the worst 30 minutes of my life where it was just, it was like eating a pepper through my asshole, basically.
Yeah.
And I know that that's probably going to happen tonight in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, the fun thing about hot pepper is that the same mucous membranes that can detect heat that exist in your mouth are also in your butthole.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that's going to be real fun because
that
I'm
wild?
excited for you. Dude.
I don't know if the body processes the capsaicin or if it just spits it all out again.
It does. It spits it all out again.
Oh no! So
Yeah.
is there a difference between like the experience you would have ingesting hot sauce versus a pepper?
Just in sort of the feel to it, right? The sort of like I feel like for me, eating peppers is easier just because like it's kind of like going down with something.
Yeah.
When I do like the only time I've ever like thrown up from Hot Pepper Gaming was when I did a shot of hot sauce.
A shot.
Yeah, and it just like coated my throat and it
Ugh.
coated the esophagus and it just
Ugh.
didn't feel right the whole time, and like my body for whatever reason just like was
Like,
like
nope.
I don't want this in there.
Don't want
you
this.
know?
That's bad stuff.
Yeah, but like I'll eat spicy peppers all day. you
Okay,
know?
like how spicy do you like? I want to gauge our difference in tolerances. How spicy is like Tabasco or like Texas Pete to you?
I love throwing Tabasco sauce on anything.
Okay, so like Tabasco sauce, I like it too. I like it a lot. I put it on my breakfast things, not like my cereal or anything, my eggs. But like I had like a little spoonful of Tabasco once, and it fucking killed me. So like if you did a spoonful of Tabasco, would you just be perfectly fine?
I don't know if I'd be perfectly fine. Like the thing is, like I kind of myself and everyone else in Hot Pepper Gaming, we kind of believe that the Scoville system is a lie in a sense because because there are habaneros that I've like laughed through, and there are habaneros that like gave me that same like numbness of extremities that I experienced with a ghost pepper, right? So like there's a point where everything just hurts. And like I'm sure like if I took a shot of Tabasco sauce, like that would probably fuck me up for a bit. I don't know how long it would fuck me up for. I wouldn't necessarily want to go through it, but like that's just like the game, man. Like everybody reacts differently to spicy things. You can build a tolerance in a sense, but like it's just a very individual experience.
Yeah, because there was a girl there today, and she was just downing the peppers just like for fun.
Yeah. That's Sam Lighthammer. She's
Sam.
Lighthammer, coolest last name.
That's really your last name?
Yeah.
Lighthammer?
That sounds like something from an MMO. That's fucking awesome.
Like it's like come on, it's like sorry Sam, I keep talking so much on this, but whatever. Like, welcome to the internet, shit. She hosts All Chat for League of Legends. She's cool as hell.
Oh, really?
But
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's Lighthammer, like.
I thought you said Lighthammer.
Yeah, but like she goes by Lighthammer on like.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is cool as hell. It's like one of those people like I feel bad for whoever marries her and tries to take away such a cool last name.
If I got married to her, I would legitimately just be like, hey, can I take your name? Yeah. Like, would that be cool if I just take your name?
You have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about actually getting married. No, Ryan, it's not. I'm just talking about the last name.
Call her up. Tell her what you just said.
No, guys, it's nothing like that. No, but like I've always wished that I had a cooler last name. I mean, like I don't dislike
Matt
last
Watson
name.
is a good ass name.
Vernon. Thank you.
My name is probably the most kind
Ryan
of
McGee?
bland.
Yeah. No, you guys got tight names.
No, Vernon, you got it. Vernon? What a
Vernon
fucking cool
Shaw.
name.
Yeah,
That sounds like sounds like a director. Like the film comes in. It sounds like a Birdman type director.
Directed by Vernon Shaw.
Well, here's the thing. Like, okay, so Vernon as a name is like in like stereotypical like storytelling, like it's always an old person, an uncle, or a fat kid that you don't like.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I it is my goal in life to try to make Vernon a cool name.
You have
again.
broken the stereotype.
Dude, you have. It's already cool. You're a cool guy.
That's just the goal. It's just like to like have people stop thinking that Vernon is for old people, like mean uncles or like fat kids.
That's actually really funny. I don't know. The thing about Ryan's last name is it's McGee, and
Not spelled like most people spell.
yeah,
McGee
like
as
when
well.
I met you, I thought it was McGee. Like most
MC
people,
capital G-E.
yeah, I've never seen it spelled McGee, and therefore a lot of people say Maggie when they see your last name, like Ryan Maggie.
My middle name's also one that people have trouble with.
What is it, Ryan?
Elias, Elias, but they're like Elias, yeah, like they do a bunch of stuff. I just say Elias. It's easier, people can understand it. I think the like proper way to say it is Elias, like almost like Elias, like that's just how it is. I don't know. That was my grandfather's name.
I like that though.
I was really like one of my best friends in high school. His last name was Shaw.
Yeah.
Maybe you're related to him.
Probably.
Timothy Shaw.
Wait, that's sorry, my older brother's name is Timothy Shaw.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no shit.
Really? That was like one of my best friends in high school.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's weird.
Yeah, wow, that's wild that there's another one. Have him hit me up. Tweet me.
That's
other
really
Timothy
weird,
Shaw.
actually, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, I love my brother a lot. Cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go hit him up?
Well,
we try to get a drink.
We run Scared of Care together actually.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
And that's coming up soon.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be on that, aren't you?
Yeah. Tell us more about Scared of Care, dude.
It actually predates Hot Pepper Gaming. It predates like everything that I did in YouTube so far, and it's one of those things that sort of like informed where I wanted to go with my life in terms of like weird online content production. But a couple years ago, maybe 5 years ago, my older brother and I, my older brother was associated with a charity in college called Camp Custom that organizes yearly summer camps for the children of cancer patients. And after he graduated college, like we were talking, he was like, "Yeah, I kind of want a way to like keep working on that charity because it was really important to him, and because it was really important to my brother, it became really important to me." So we started kicking around ideas, and this was before Let's Playing got really big, or like before like it was like this is before Twitch.tv existed, before like gaming live streams were that big of a thing. Like it was kind of like burgeoning, but nobody was like super just trying to do weird shit with it. So we were like, all right, let's take turns on either like 2 nights. First night, I try to play through the entirety of Amnesia: The Dark Descent on a live stream. And the more people donate, the more my older brother and his team of friends like would try to scare me. And then the second night, we would switch places, and Tim would try to beat Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and I would try to scare him based on how much people donated.
That is so cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
I didn't know that you were actually I didn't know that you were the one behind Scared to Care.
Oh, thank you. It's tattooed on me.
Really? That's so cool. I love that tattoo.
Yeah. Last year to give you some perspective that I'm really proud of. Like the first year of Scared to Care, we raised about $1,000, and that was huge for me. And I love
awesome. That's great.
Yeah. And then like the more I got into the YouTube world, the more I made contacts, and the more like one thing fed the other, and like. Last year I was like, all right, if we raise $40,000, I will get the logo tattooed on my body. And we did, and now myself and my older brother have the Scared to Care logo tattooed on ourselves. And it's one of those things that's just a reminder of like how much we care about the charity, and like it's so cool to see how big it's gotten.
Holy shit, dude. That is like really awesome. I had no idea that you actually even did that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it evolved into like a 48-hour live stream, and like we all got all these ideas of like how to turn it into like its own 501c3 nonprofit, and how we can sort of like have this thing exist as more than like whatever work myself and my older brother and like our team of friends put together into it. So like that, like it's easily not only one of the most stressful things in my life, but also the like the thing that makes me the happiest to see that happen into like sort of I don't know, man. It's different from YouTube, right? It's different from like getting a bunch of retweets for a joke. Like you can see that you've actually like
you can see they're not just pointless numbers that boost your ego. They're actually numbers that make a difference.
Yeah. It was like, oh man, for whatever piece of shit that I am, like at least I'm like putting something out into the world that like that helps people and like actually like affects kids' lives, and that. Like moreover from that, like there's a couple emails that I like have saved. Sorry, there's a couple emails that I have saved, and most of them are like related to Scared to Care. And one person told me that Scared to Care inspired them to start getting involved with charities at their high school. But this year I received a really cool email from someone that says like I was there for the second Scared to Care, and that was what sparked a love of video games for me, and because of that I became a programmer, and then I was watching the Game Grumps stream and you were on it, and your name rang a bell, and I remembered to all those years ago when I watched Scared to Care, and I just wanted to say like, hey, like it was good hearing about you, and it's cool to see you're still in that, like, and because of you guys I became a programmer. And to see that sort of like effect that you would
that
have
impact, that's so cool, man.
I know, like to sort of finish the thought, like you never put a number to like YouTube views or Twitch views or whatever, and like working on something as big as like Scared to Care, as big as Hot Pepper Gaming, or as like gargantuan sizes like the stuff I've done with Game Grumps, you never really put like that face in a room that you stare at. And I was thinking about it, and when I was 16, one of my first jobs was I worked at this place called Shoreline Amphitheater in Northern California, which was a big concert venue. And I got off of work, and the person playing the huge concert venue that night was Coldplay, and Chris Martin was there on stage, and he's like, "Oi, Gov, it's so nice that there's." This is my English accent. He's like, "Oi, it's so nice that there's 20,000 people out here." And I looked around, and it's like this entire stadium of people, and it's like, wow, that's 20,000. And now whenever I do something on the internet, I gauge my success in how many Coldplay concerts it is.
That's how everyone should gauge it, really. That's how the view should work on YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
1/8 of a Coldplay concert.
Oh, I got a whole Coldplay on this one.
Yes! I went full Coldplay.
Well, that's really cool to hear, man. And I think that is about all the time we have
Guys,
on this.
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was great to have you as a guest. I think Ryan and I can come out of this with a much greater understanding of the fine art of pepper tree.
Not just that, but a wonderful understanding of you as a person,
Yes.
and all the wonderful things that you were involved with.
It's like it's always like walking up to here is like, man, we like don't have to do podcasts. We could just be friends. So
Yeah.
it's a real goddamn honor that you guys brought me on here and think
Dude, of
that like
course.
I'm a fun person to talk to, and I really appreciate this, and I hope we get to do it more.
Oh yeah, and thank you for coming along and enjoy and riding on this goddamn fucking podcast train with us. It's been
Totally.
fun. See
Yeah.
what happens when I can't think of something to say is my brain just shits itself.
Fuck
Yeah. But like seriously, like thank you for having us on the show. Thank you for taking the time to come over here and help us with our little shtick here. And honestly, just thank you for also being a good friend.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
So-
Vernon, I want to say the same thing, but I don't want to sound like, remember like as a kid, like your friend's parents would take you out for pizza, and you'd be like, thank you, and then all your friends would be like, thank you, and you're like, copycats. So I mean it when I say thank you for having us on the show and being on the podcast, because you're a lovely, delightful young man.
Oh man,
Young
The-
man.
the-
How
I'm
He's
27.
He's 7 years
way
older than me.
shit.
Okay, I know.
Oh my god.
Well, you
where
should-
where were you when I was at prom? Like I wouldn't even been able to ask you to prom. You were like in the 6th grade.
No, when you were
Would've
at
been weird.
prom, senior year,
Yeah.
5th grade, so I would have been in elementary school.
Jesus
so,
Christ.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a weird
That's a real
thing
weird
to think
thing
about.
to think about. But no, seriously, guys, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much for having me here.
And thank you as well. We're throwing the thank yous back
Yeah.
and forth.
And
It'll
we
never
might as
end.
well thank all the people listening to this right now.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yes, the podcast. I know I'm bad on my word, but it's gonna.
Matt promised to have it up on iTunes,
No,
and
Ryan?
he hasn't fulfilled that.
Ryan,
promise.
okay, it's gonna be on iTunes by next week. I promise. It's not as easy as you think
said
it is.
that
but-
last week.
Ryan, it's gonna be on. I've been busy, dude.
Okay, whatever. Well,
I guess that's the
let's
end
have
of it.
one big cumulative.
Bye.
See you. God damn it. Welcome, families, friends, second cousins.
Yep.
They're separate because I don't include them as family.
I don't think anyone does, dude.
Yeah. But you know what? This is the 6th episode of the Super Mega Cast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know why I want to start off with this, but I just wanted to start off with have you ever read or heard of Sergeant Frog?
Oh yes, I absolutely have. It's the manga Sergeant Frog.
I have read them, and like back when I was, I think, in like middle school, and I loved the shit out of them. I think it's because of the little frog characters. I don't know, like Kiroro, Jiroro, and all of them.
It's the thing about it's just the drawings are super charming, and I never actually read any of them, but I used to see them at Barnes and Noble, and I'd be like, oh, I want to look through that, and I would like skim through it and be like, I want to draw something like this.
Now I know you yourself are not
Don't say it.
a weeaboo.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You're not.
Yes.
You're not into like the culture in that sense. You're actually into it because you're legitimately interested, much like my cousin Connor's interested in German culture. You know, I don't know. For some reason, why does Japanese culture have that stigma? Is it because they have such a big cultural impact in media?
I don't know. I think I don't know what it is about Japanese culture that tends to draw in like a lot of questionable characters.
Cringy.
Yeah. You know, like typical weeaboos. You know, it's perfectly fine to be into Japanese culture and you know to enjoy the music and watch anime. There's nothing wrong with watching anime, but you know, there's a lot of people that take it a couple steps farther. I'd even say a lot of people take it more than a couple of steps, maybe a couple of leaps, and then crawling on the ground.
Now, weeb, is that like a term? Like, I don't know. For some reason, I kind of dodge around the word almost as if it were a racial slur. Is it?
No.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm like, because it gets the same backlash. If you call someone a weeaboo, it's almost like you get this backlash of just, what? No.
No. Weeaboo is not. No, it's not. It's not in like an offensive term.
But people take it as that because it's looked at as a negative thing.
Well, it's not. I think it's like being a weeaboo just means you're uncool. Like,
Well,
you
like,
know,
do people go, I'm a weeaboo?
Yes, Ryan.
Wait, people actually claim they're a weeaboo.
Dude, I see that on Twitter all the fucking time.
I thought that was just something to make. I thought that was a word to make fun of them.
No, I don't actually know.
I'm not trying to like pinpoint any people. I just thought that like, that was a word that people just kind of like came up with to like you're for some reason weeaboo. I just thought the root stem like weeb for some reason was like something. I don't know.
I don't know. It's I don't
White-
actually I don't know the etymology of the word, but what I do know is that a lot of people embrace the word, and it's used as well as an insult. But a lot of people embrace it. And for instance,
I've seen it more as an insult. Like, I'm not saying I see it as more as an. I've just seen it used as more of like I've seen it used as more of an insult than like a declaration of someone's character being positively.
absolutely. And Ryan and I are actually very good friends with a very big weeaboo, and the man's name is Aaron Hansen. You may know him as Ego Raptor from Newgrounds or the Game Grumps. And he himself, I have heard these words come out of his mouth. Or maybe I'm making this up and just accidentally.
He's gonna fucking slap a lawsuit on you.
Oh
for
my God.
defamation of
But I
character,
swear to God.
slander.
I swear to God, I heard the words. They either came out of Aaron or Susie's mouth. I'm pretty sure Aaron, but he was like, "Oh, I'm totally a weeaboo," and there's no denying that Aaron's a weeaboo, and not in a
He
bad
uploaded
way.
pictures of himself with the swords, and
Okay, yeah,
first
no,
of all, I don't. That's not a negative thing. In fact, we had foam sword fights with Aaron at round 1, an arcade.
Oh
that,
my God,
It's not. I wouldn't say it's a local arcade. It's a 45-minute
No,
drive.
they're in Japan too. So
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying like it's close to where we live.
Dude.
By local.
yeah. Let's talk about our arcade trips with Aaron. And
Oh my
Susie.
God, it was so much fun. I want to go more. They're busy people. They're busy people
They
with
are
a lot
busy
of work,
people.
and you and I are actually becoming even more busy than
Oh my
we expected when
God.
we started the channel. It is unfortunate that we had to only release one video a day while you're gone. Circumstances arose to where we became busy with
Lots
our
of-
actual jobs, like our
Yeah.
actual work. That we, because Super Mega or Kids with Problems, they're not what we've stated this before. They don't bring in money,
Right.
Well, they
Or-
do.
or at
They
least-
bring in money, but they don't bring in enough to actually pay rent.
Like, we can't live off of what we make of
Yeah.
Super Mega,
Yes.
especially considering we split it 50-50. So
Yeah.
basically, like, YouTube ad revenue, since we're not a big channel yet, we don't bring in that much, and then we have to split it in half.
But that's getting into some money bullshit.
Yeah,
back,
we don't wanna
back
talk
to
about
round
money.
1.
It's not
round
about the
1
money.
is, if you guys don't know, it's a fantastic place. It is a bar, a karaoke. It's a karaoke bar. It's a bar in of itself. A snack arena.
A snack arena.
It's also
fuck
it's
is
an
it?
arcade and a bowling alley.
Ryan, what the fuck is a snack arena?
I don't know.
Like,
Fuck off, dude.
Dude, you want to go to a snack arena tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Where'd you
Oh
have your...
come on! Like if someone asks you, let's go to a snack arena.
Oh,
you're
I'd
gonna
be,
want to
I'd
fucking
be,
go.
I would be so down to go to a snack arena.
You are one of the biggest fans of snacks.
Oh, dude.
You and I both. I mean,
We
you can
both
tell by
snack,
my like. Here's the thing, with you, it's like you don't know you personally are into snacks unless you live with you or like you've kind of met and got to hang around you for a bit. With me, you take a look at this guy, this Ryan here. You look at him and go, boy, that's a snacker. That's a snacker if I've ever seen one.
Well, Ryan. Here's the difference between
I
you
don't.
and
I don't indulge. Like I don't gorge.
Well, here's the thing. I think that we both snack about the exact same amount. And in fact, while we're recording this, I'm letting my Uncrustables thaw out from the freezer, so when we're done, I can devour
Dude,
them.
I have fucking teriyaki wings from
Oh,
Buffalo
yes.
Wild Wings that I'm just gonna fucking heat up. I'm
Ooh.
excited. There's only 3, but
Dude,
it's
I'm
just
honestly,
gonna
like,
taste so good.
I'm about to go to the airport, and I'm about to snack the shit out of myself before I go. But
That is right. When this is posted on Thursday, of course, it's the only video up today. You are at this point in South Carolina. We were recording this a week early.
Yes.
So, what do you think you're doing right now?
Well, if it's Thursday,
And if you haven't died in a plane crash on Friday the 13th,
because my plane is flying out on Friday the 13th, and this is going to be very strange to listen to, Ryan, if I pass away in a plane crash.
not for you.
Well, yes, because I'll be dead. But for you to listen to it, you'd be like, "Huh, that's interesting. Release it anyway. Go ahead." But I think my sister's wedding is the day after tomorrow. Which
What a wonderful movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, by the way.
is there a movie called My Sister's Wedding?
No, the day after tomorrow.
Oh, I was about to say, like, now I know what to get my sister for her wedding. But I'm
And
probably
congratulations to your sister, by the way.
Thank you. That means so much. But that wasn't like sarcasm. That sounded very douchey and arrogant.
It's
but
whatever.
No, Ryan, I'm
It's
trying.
whatever.
But I don't know. I'm probably sitting in my room masturbating. But honestly, like real
Me
quick,
too, dude.
we're probably both doing that. But going back to what I was saying about snacking, here's the difference between you and I, Ryan. Like we have different body types.
Mhm.
But the thing is, like, I think we snack about the exact same amount. The only problem with me is I am so thin that like I don't gain any weight, and it never shows on the outside how much shit I eat. So I think I'm like, oh yeah, I'm perfect. Most people when they snack, they'll start to gain weight, and they're like, oh, this means I'm unhealthy. I should stop. But for me, that doesn't happen.
Do you think it's ever gonna catch up to you?
Oh yeah. Once I'm like 30.
Like you may get a gut, but like, do you ever feel like it's possible for you to become morbidly obese?
No.
Like even like when you're 50.
No, because I look at people like my dad and my uncle and everyone they were the exact same way as me as kids. And
Who are
even my
strikingly
cousins.
attractive gentlemen, by the way.
Oh God, Dale is fucking beautiful.
Mhm.
But that's a whole nother can of worms that we'll open another day. However, though, it's like I like my metabolism might catch up to me when I'm like 30 or something. But yeah, I'll worry about that then. I've got a good 10 years or so. So I'm just gonna enjoy my snacks.
We keep getting off topic here. Sorry, we want to talk about round one.
Yes, we're so bad about that. We'll start talking about something, and then that'll like before we finish, like, oh yeah, by the way, until we've talked about 30 different things and haven't finished a single fucking one.
First of all, with round one, fuck Japanese claw machines.
Oh no! Fuck American claw machines. Japanese claw machines are fair.
No. I do not like them.
Ryan, you haven't tried a Japanese claw machine.
Yeah, because all the ones at round one that I've gone to only have the like one half of the claw.
Those are American claw machines.
Those are American claw machines.
Yes. Okay. Let me tell you this. Aaron and Susie.
The Japanese ones are the ones where you have to like push them over into the edge.
No. Let me tell you the difference here. So Aaron and Susie actually told me this. So basically, American claw machines, which are the ones they have at round one too, are very. So basically, here's the difference. In America, the claw machines are designed to take your money, so you keep playing because you don't get it, so you want to keep giving money.
Like most arcade games.
Yes. However, Japanese claw machines are based on skill and stuff. So when you grab something, it doesn't just lightly just touch it and then gingerly let go of it. See, like it's very easy to win things in Japanese claw machines. It actually grabs things. But American claw machines are fucking shit, especially like the one in like there's one in Denny's down the street. It's fucking shit.
Wait, are you telling me at round one they don't have a single Japanese claw machine?
Not that any I've seen. They have the claw machines I've seen there are just regular claw machines.
Like what's a Japanese claw machine? Do you know?
I know if I'd see one, I'm sure. But like when we go to Japan, I will show you the difference, and you will have a great time.
And you and I will go to Japan at some point.
We will probably sometime this year, hopefully.
I would love to.
Oh yes, and here's the thing. The big difference between Japanese arcade or claw machines and American claw machines that pisses me off the most is not well, the skill is kind of bullshit, but the thing is this. In Japan, you're going to get some fucking cool toy. You're going to get a really cool like plushie of like some cool catchy figure or maybe like a Gundam or like something really cool. You're like, "Whoa!" Or like some Pocky and like, "Nice, I can eat this." You go to a fucking claw machine here, you're going to get like a cheap Chinese manufactured SpongeBob plushie or something from Frozen.
No, okay, hold on. I did win a Mario and a Luigi back to back.
Well, they do put cool things in the claw machines at round one. That doesn't mean they're Japanese claw machines, though.
There's a story behind that, by the way.
Oh yeah, lay it on us.
Okay, so I win a Mario, and then I win a Mario from a claw.
Yeah.
Well, it's a certain type of Mario. What do they call it? I forget.
Where he has the tail?
Yeah.
Tanuki.
Okay, Tanuki.
Yeah.
Tanuki. Okay. I got a Tanuki Mario, and then right after that, got a Tanuki Luigi.
Look at you, dude.
And then there was this girl. She was like, "Wow!" I don't know. She was watching me play, and then she's like, "Can you win me one?" I was like, "Sure." And so, lo and behold, I get a Mario Tanuki, and I give it to her.
Wait. This is after you've already won two?
Mm-hmm.
So you won a third one?
Yes.
Ryan, Jesus Christ, dude.
I know. And then her boyfriend walks up.
Oh, and you didn't know she had a boyfriend?
I didn't care. Her boyfriend walks up, and I'm like, I just gave her the toy, and he goes, "What's going on?" He's like, "He just won this for me." And he goes,
"Oh God."
Then he like looks at me and doesn't say a word, and I just kind of walk away. I was like, "Oh, I'm hungry, I guess. I don't know." I walked away. She had a friend. Later on, her friend is like, "Hey, do you think you can win me that Luigi one?" Because I guess they were best friends and they wanted something. So
what do I look like, a charity?
I know. So she spends her card money, and I don't get the fucking Luigi, and I just walk away because I'm like, oh well, whoops.
Oh, man.
I ruined the luck there.
Ryan, she never forgave you for that, and to this day she's been searching for you, and if she ever finds this channel, she's gonna be like, "That's the bastard who promised me he'd win me a Luigi Tanuki." She didn't.
She probably made a voodoo doll of me, and you can probably find it in a claw machine at your local round one.
Okay, so real quick, let me talk about the claw machine in the Denny's down the street. There's a Denny's between like downtown Los Angeles and Glendale, and we live in Glendale. And you know, sometimes it feels good to go get late night Denny's, which Ryan and I have done with Anna and Susie.
Late night breakfast is the only breakfast you can possibly have. I do not like breakfast when the sun is up.
Oh, you son of... Okay, no, personal preference. You know, we're not going to get into that.
I'm just saying, you can only eat breakfast at night when the sun is down. When the sun is up, breakfast just feels gross.
Honestly, I've probably eaten more breakfast when the sun is down. Like, after work, I used to go to Waffle House all the time.
See?
Different story. However, let me talk about this Denny's claw machine.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
This is literally... It's like $1 to play. You go over to this shitty claw machine that looks like they just, like, pulled it out of a sunken ship. And we're like, oh, I guess we can put this in the restaurant. And basically, this is what's inside last time I checked. They have the shittiest, just the worst plushies I've ever seen. And like Ryan, like, what is a plushie that you just don't want?
I would have to say Minion. That's the first one off the bat.
This is worse. All right.
What?
Because I get Minions because it's like a popular.
Hold on,
thing
I got one. I got another one. That's possibly worse than a Minion.
Yeah.
Poop emoji or any type of emoji.
Now, Ryan, I understand that, but so much of millennial culture loves those darned emojis that, you know, they're gonna love that.
How can you not use them sarcastically?
I don't know, dude. This is literally like a plushie that nobody wants. No one wants. They had plushies of these obscure football players from these obscure teams I've never fucking heard of.
Well, they themselves look like voodoo dolls.
Yeah, like
they're creepy looking.
They're these shitty, like, I've never heard of these shitty teams. It'll be like the Chicago Slapskins, and it's
or the Philadelphia Diamond Neckers.
Yeah, and it's like. And like, there's, oh my god, they look so bad. I'll take a picture and post it on Twitter sometime if they still have them. But like, I look over, and that's one of the things. They have a lot of those thrown in, and I'm like, what? Who even are these people? And then on top of that, they've got they had some SpongeBob ones that you can tell, like, they're not licensed by Nickelodeon.
Kind of like the guy who's on Hollywood Boulevard who isn't a licensed SpongeBob advertisement.
He has kind of the
punched you.
Oh yeah, I legitimately got punched in the stomach. But
we'll never let that go.
Yeah,
you'll hear it brought up. Again and again.
Many times, because that was a magical moment for me. However,
this magic moment.
Right, I did you get the copyright license for that song?
Fuck.
Shit. We're gonna. All right.
Okay.
If we don't cut that out, we're gonna get sued. Okay.
Just continue.
So these SpongeBob toys are clearly not like licensed by Nickelodeon. So they look like.
Is it like an off green?
No, it's just an off SpongeBob.
It's wearing overalls.
It's just like
in a bow tie.
Like, when you look at it, like, it's one of those things where you can't pinpoint
Uncanny Valley, like?
Yeah, you can't pinpoint what's off about it, but you look at it and you're like, oh, that's not SpongeBob. But it is, but it's not. and you're like, what? And what else did they have? They had Frozen toys. They had the same thing. They had off-brand, what's the little fucker snowman's name? Olga?
No. Olaf.
Olga?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Olga's some, like, fucking, like,
old
German name,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's like an old woman German name. So then they have these, like, knockoff.
Oh, you're going to get a bunch of Olgas pissed off in the comments section below.
Listen, if your name is Olga, all my love. I love you, okay?
But you're going to be old one day, so technically he's right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. See, I'm not wrong. So basically, they, like, just all these knockoff, like, merchandise toys. And they have some other shitty ones of, like, characters that I'm just like, what the fuck is that? It's like a red circle with, like, eyes on it. It's like, wait, what is this? And they're just like, oh, what the fuck? Like, why would I pay $1 to try to win one of these? And then moving on from weird things, there's a little, like, Mexican Salvadorian restaurant near where we used to live, and basically it, like, in the claw machine, they were just $5 bills just scattered all around. Which I mean that's gonna get me to want to play, because I'm like, hey, maybe I can. It's like gambling in a way, isn't that technically gambling?
Yes,
because you're paying money to win money.
Yeah.
But you know that's a delicious little restaurant.
Well, what's the loophole with that? Well, how come kid arcades get a pass on the whole gambling?
Holy
thing?
shit! Yeah, I just realized that technically
is
gambling.
Is there a loophole? Is it technically not gambling?
I'm looking this up right now because that's actually, like,
we're
really
gonna find
interesting.
this up. Okay, so look up, like, why arcades aren't gambling.
Arcades. Best answer on Yahoo Answers.
Okay, we can always trust those.
Oh, absolutely. This is John F. 3 years ago said, to be considered gambling, an activity needs a randomizing factor. This means something like a wheel, roulette, or big six, a deck of cards, dice, etc. Without that, the arcade games are considered games of skill. It's the same as giving out money at a golf tournament.
You can spin a wheel in these fucking arcade games. They have wheel games there.
Yeah, but technically they can, like...
Oh, where you press the button to make it stop.
Yeah, or like like okay, my personal favorite game at any arcade are the coin games where you drop the coin down and it goes and it lands on a little platform with all the other coins and then it pushes it pushes the other coins and you hope that you get your coin lodged in the right spot so it pushes more coins off so you get more coins. You know those games, right?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Why?
They're just not fun to me. I go to an arcade to have fun. That's not
No,
fun.
I love those because I'm just really good at them. Okay, let's be honest. These games are not games of skill. I just have good luck when it comes to these.
Mhm.
And holy shit, speaking of good luck with arcade games, Aaron Hansen, I have never seen a man win so many fucking tickets
Are you
at
talking
an
about
arcade.
the dinosaur thing?
Dude, yeah, okay, Ryan and I were there that night when Aaron Hansen, the fucking legend, the man himself, literally, what did he win, like 3,000 tickets? Just like, hey, watch this. I'm going to win the jackpot. Boom, did it. He goes, hey,
and he
watch
taught
this.
us how to do it. We won a few.
Oh, dude,
we
won
over 1,000 each, definitely.
Yeah. And he used his money to buy us inflatable swords. He's
He's a great guy.
okay, like being honest, Aaron is probably the best guy that like we've ever met. He's a fantastic man.
Well, I'm gonna be honest here. I like my dad. I love my dad a little more.
Ryan, no, just for the podcast, just say it so Aaron likes us more.
Aaron is just
A stand-up guy.
Yeah, like if I was asked the question, would I rather spend a day with Aaron Hansen or Martin Luther King Jr.? I would choose Aaron Hansen
any day.
Yeah.
You know?
Solely because I can't with Martin Luther King. That time is gone. It's past.
No, but I mean, like, what if you could though? That's the
But I
thing.
can't.
Oh well, no, but I'm saying like, what if they brought him back? Like they unfroze his body because everyone knows when Martin Luther King died, they simply just brought his heartbeat back and put him in a time capsule.
I couldn't talk to him. I wouldn't know what questions to ask.
Just say, hey, it's going pretty well.
No,
since then.
I would love for I would like to see someone like Anderson Cooper interview Martin Luther King Jr. I feel like I would get more information and just more out of watching that than me personally asking him a question. I'd be like, so what do you?
So how about that integration, huh?
Yeah, how did that?
Pretty good stuff.
Have you seen the Oscars?
Looks like we've come a long way.
Yay!
Oh my god.
How about that Black Panther movie coming out?
It has black in the title. You'd be proud.
Yep. It's named after the Tank Squadron.
Not the militant group.
Well,
for
both the militant group and the comic book character were named after the Tank Squadron.
Well, which one came first?
The comic book character came first before the Black Panther.
So you're telling me the Black Panther Party takes its name from a comic book character?
No, it gets its name from the Tank Battalion.
I'm just imagining like the Ku Klux Klan just changing their name to like the Captain America Party. That would totally be viable. Calling themselves Captain Americas. Like, wouldn't that make sense?
Oh, that would bring a whole new light to the new Civil War movie, which you and I saw.
Oh, it was fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It's definitely not as good as Winter Soldier, which I still feel like you need to see.
Okay, well, yeah. Let me preface this by saying the only superhero movie I have seen, The Avengers, the first one, and I have seen the first Iron Man, and
which that's my favorite.
It's a good movie.
It's not my favorite superhero movie is Watchmen.
Oh, I want to see Watchmen. It looks good.
I love that. And then of course my second favorite superhero movie is Iron Man. I thought it was good.
It's been a long time since I've seen Iron Man. I'd really like to watch it.
Not 2 or 3. God, not 2 or 3.
Ryan, okay.
Nowhere close.
Let's talk about obscure movies. Okay, like movies that like you saw the trailer for, or like maybe a movie that you saw once, like 5 years ago, but like a movie that like no one really knows about. You know what I'm saying? Like Dinner for Schmucks, that type of movie. like let's talk about those movies. The movies that just are big flops.
Oh no, okay, big flop.
No, not a big
movies.
flop like one everyone knows, like Jack and Jill, but just like when I say obscure movies, I mean like really get obscure. There was the fucking Battleship movie that did horribly in the box office, didn't it?
I saw George of the Jungle 2. I watched it multiple times on VHS.
With Brendan Fraser?
They couldn't get Brendan Fraser. In fact, there's a whole like self-aware joke within the movie of like I think they couldn't afford Brendan Fraser, which is funny now because he's blacklisted. He's pretty well. I don't think it's official, but he's pretty much blacklisted himself from Hollywood, which is unfortunate. Earlier this week I was watching the Looney Tunes movie Back in Action, and I was like, seriously, in that time, he was the Chris Pratt of that time. He was like the hunky, kind of dorky, kind of clumsy, but like still attractive, young kind of talent and fit and everything. I mean, seriously, like you look at how Chris Pratt is looked at, and you look at Brendan Fraser. I feel like there's a lot of like correlations between their audience and like who their fans
yes.
were.
Woo! Oh my stars! Does Brendan Fraser get my loins inflamed?
Because I mean, Brendan Fraser. I mean, he was like. I mean, you look at Chris Pratt, who's like a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff and all that, and then you look at Brendan Fraser, who was a part of the Mummy. I mean, that was a big thing. That was a big series. That is just a known. Have you ever seen the Mummy?
No, I haven't.
Are you about the question if it was like this? If it was
No, I know what the Mummy is. I just haven't seen it.
Okay.
Or maybe I have seen it just super long ago.
The CGI does not hold up. I don't know.
Wait a second.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson
Yes.
wasn't even like a big
Yes.
thing then. Why?
Yes, I
Okay.
have seen that scene, and
Okay.
it's just like, oh my god, what are they doing with Dwayne, dude?
They didn't even need Dwayne in there because they just butchered him.
Oh man,
I don't understand that because he wasn't big at the time. By the way, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is in just a bunch of stuff coming out, including a new Baywatch remake, which
Yeah, a little excited for that.
I'm personally excited for, mainly because I saw 21 Jump Street and they made it a hard R. They made it different than the TV show, and Baywatch apparently is going to be a raunchy comedy rated R, I guess a hard R.
Ooh, with Zac Efron,
Yeah, Zac. I really like Zac Efron.
Yeah,
There's something about him.
From the way you've talked about Zac Efron in the past, I think he's kind of like your man crush in a way.
It used to be Ryan Gosling after I saw Drive, which is a fucking fantastic movie that also has one of your favorite actors, Bryan Cranston, in it. You've seen Drive. Please tell me you've seen Drive.
I have not seen Drive.
Motherfucker.
Ryan, well, we'll have to when I get back. We'll have to have do a little movie night. Not
Please.
anything like gay, but you know.
I don't think anyone was thinking.
No, Ryan. Yeah. Okay. So tying in Brendan Fraser with obscure movies. Okay, I saw the movie Furry Vengeance in theaters, and if you guys don't know what Furry Vengeance is,
It's Dr. Dolittle for white people.
Dr. Dolittle for white.
Dr. Dolittle was for white people, wasn't it?
This is Dr. Dolittle for white 14-year-olds.
So was Birth of a Nation.
Yes, that was definitely made for white people. And
Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's ridiculous. It's long. It's just.
It's the KKK movie.
Like, yeah, I know it's racist. Yeah, that's a given. But it's just a odd fucking film.
Okay, you know what's an odd fucking film is Song of the South, and now that was Disney's. Disney actually released a movie way long ago that you actually like can't buy anymore.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Ryan.
Haha, they own Star Wars now.
It's a movie called Song of the South, and basically it's about what? It's about like a slave and some Disney characters.
What?
You haven't heard of this?
No.
It's Disney made a movie similar to Space Jam in the style that it mixed cartoons with real life, and basically what it was about a slave and some Disney characters, and it was incredibly fucking racist. And they don't sell it, they don't produce it anymore. You can still find it online.
Jesus.
But like I
have to look this up.
Yeah, man, maybe we can do a review on it once our we do have that movie review series still coming out. We're just
working on the inner workings of it, like intro.
Yeah,
just trying to
get the intro animated and
getting kind of like the whole because. Well, I want it to be of high quality, of course, so it really comes to, like, how we want the show to be. Like, you're stretching, it's late, isn't it? I can tell because you're trying to distract me by playing with your non-existent stomach. Are you sad now?
Yeah. No, there's something. There's some flab. Continue what you were saying.
It's just skin, though. It's not fat.
Sorry, I'm making my belly button talk. Continue, Ryan. I didn't mean to
What was I
derail
saying?
You.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna connect what you were saying of how Disney did that. They also had a Donald Duck cartoon where he was a part of the Nazi kind of regime.
It was like anti-Nazi propaganda,
Nancy,
right?
Nancy.
Nancy propaganda. Fuck Nancy.
It was anti-Nazi propaganda, but you can literally go and you can literally do that. Okay, sorry. I hate. Fuck me for saying literally.
Dude, I literally hate the word literally. I will literally fuck you.
But
for
you can actually go look it up, and it's funny because they got the voice actor for Donald Duck just be like, Heil Hitler. It's like, what? Like you hear that, and he does like the whole fuck. What is that called with the hand?
Sieg Heil, I think.
Sieg Heil, whatever.
I have
that
no
is.
idea.
Whatever the fuck that dumbass Hitler decided he wanted people. It looks stupid.
Dude, he was a smart man. You got to give him that.
He was a smart man.
Yeah, let's actually just change the subject.
Well, he's not a smart man, but he knows what love is.
God, just imagine like if they recreated Forrest Gump with Hitler. Like, I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. Why am I doing a Russian accent?
Isn't that Hitler? Is that your Hitler accent?
No, I just don't know how to do a German accent.
What the fuck was that, Matt?
How do you do a German accent? Oh, very nice.
That's like Norwegian.
I am Arnold. Now I just sounded like I just have a terrible speech impediment.
Doesn't he have one?
Does he have a thick accent, or is he literally like he can't speak right?
I don't know.
He used to be the governor of the fucking state we live in. Who's the governor
That's
of
a
California
joke.
now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything
Sylvester
about California.
Stallone?
No,
They just get a bunch of big fucking bulky action heroes.
just like who's next? Is it gonna be?
Why did Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor, he became the governor, but he also like cheated on his wife with a maid?
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a thing that happened.
Have you seen that video of David Hasselhoff like
With
drunk,
a burger?
Yeah, drunk out of his mind,
Had
just
his
eating
daughter's
a cheeseburger,
filming it?
and he's just like, what? Doesn't he say some really like embarrassing stuff?
I don't know. A lot of
damn it.
celebrities have said a lot of embarrassing stuff, like Mel Gibson.
I think everyone says a lot of embarrassing stuff. If you're just in the public eye, it's just a lot worse because it's like, oh no,
Exactly. That's one thing that I like. Kind of like whenever I don't care if a celebrity fucks up. Like, yeah, I'll probably like be like, oh, they're an asshole. But like at the end of the day, I don't know them, so I don't really fucking care. Like if it's like you hear Justin Bieber pisses in like the fucking mop bucket at some restaurant, and it's like, oh, what a douche. But I don't give a shit because
it's like you know how many people do that every night and they're just assholes. It's like
Yeah.
why does Justin Bieber?
he's just another asshole. Like at the time, I can't speak for Justin Bieber now. I don't know him, but that's an asshole-ish thing, and you can only judge people by what you know of them, of course.
Yeah.
But then there's you're not supposed to judge people, blah blah blah. But I like his new album.
Oh really?
I don't love it. I just feel like I don't know when I'm driving, I can put it on. Holy shit, Matt!
What? Dude, are you on your Segway? Skirt. I want to see like hard rappers do a music video and they just have fucking tricked out Segways, dude. How great would that be?
You know what show
Skirt,
I was
skirt.
obsessed with when I was young?
Pimp My Ride?
Yes, I loved it. I'm like, they put a fucking PS4 in the trunk. Hell yeah!
That's so cool. Except
loved it.
I didn't have cable as a kid.
They had
so.
Exhibit, dude.
Is he a rapper?
Exhibit was the host.
Yeah. I know who Exhibit is.
Yeah.
So I didn't have cable as a kid. So growing up,
You have satellite?
no
Dish?
I just had basic.
Network?
I had like
Time
five,
Warner?
Ryan, I had 5 channels,
AOL?
and I had PBS as like my main entertainment channel. So I'd get home.
I was on PBS.
Really?
It was like a local thing though.
Oh well,
Because I won some scholarship for
Dude,
a little short documentary I did in high school.
That's so cool, man. You know what I watched on PBS every day? Arthur.
Or the Magic. Did they play the Magic School Bus on PBS?
No, I don't. Well, if they did, it wasn't what I watched.
Here's the thing: at school they played the Magic School Bus, but I loved it so much that I actually went out and bought the VHS tapes.
Okay, I was thinking about this recently, and it's something that I can't like. Did I make this up in my head? I remember in 4th grade they brought in a Charlie Brown movie to show us, and it was called. It wasn't You Have Cancer, Charlie Brown. It was a Charlie Brown movie about his friend getting cancer.
I cannot speak.
Okay, I just gotta Google this
You
real
gotta
quick, just
look
like I didn't dream this. Let me
Okay.
search Charlie
Charlie
Brown
Brown.
cancer.
No, if you search Charlie Brown cancer, there's a lot of theories that he has cancer.
Oh yeah, it's real. It's called Why Charlie Brown? Why? Oh God, that's so morbid.
Wait,
hold
what
on.
happened?
Let me read the Wikipedia.
Okay, yeah. What's the plot synopsis?
Okay. Janice Emmons is a new friend and classmate of Charlie Brown and Linus, who loves to play on the swings. The special begins with Charlie Brown, Sally, Linus, and Janice waiting for the school bus. As Janice boards the bus, she hits her arm on a railing, causing it to bruise. Linus notices that Janice has been bruising easily lately. When they arrive at school, Janice starts feeling ill. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, she goes to the hospital and she has cancer. And
What?
she goes through chemotherapy.
What the fuck?
As Charlie Brown and Linus leave the hospital, Linus asks, why Charlie Brown? Why?
Are you fucking serious right now?
He then walks. I knew I didn't make this up. We watched this in school.
Wait, does someone die at the end?
She loses her hair because of chemotherapy and wears a cap. Yeah, and she gets made fun of for the baldness. And Linus stands up and calls him like a blockhead for making fun. Wait, does she die? Hold on. Sorry guys, spoiler alert. Turn this podcast off if you don't want to. No. Her cap falls off, revealing that her long blonde hair has grown back even longer than before, marking the end of her chemotherapy, and presumably she's recovered. Wow, that's really fucking morbid.
Well, on that positive note, I feel like that's a good spot to
To wrap up this podcast
with.
Yeah, go on YouTube and see if you can find Why Charlie Brown. Why?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna watch that episode now.
Like that's actually that's kind of sad. Like, I mean, I get it's a topic because a lot of kids probably, there's lots of kids out there that have cancer and had friends with cancer, so makes sense. But God, it's morbid.
Yeah, well, I think that's a thing that earlier cartoons could get away with. That today's cartoons.
Yeah, you're not gonna see SpongeBob make an episode where Patrick gets terminal cancer. It's like,
yeah, it's just not gonna be a thing. But What a wonderful note to leave this podcast on. Thank you for bringing that up. That was wonderful. I feel good. I'm filled with positive energy now.
Yeah, dude.
All of those positive. Fuck you. Anyways.
Hiss, dude,
Thanks for joining us. This was episode 6 of the Super Mega Podcast. We enjoy all the support you lend us. Seriously, to those who are a fan of the podcast, Matt has something to say.
Oh, I was just gonna, just before you ended, I was just gonna say, guys, thank you for bearing with us this week, and we promise that once I'm back in town, we're going right back to the 2 video a week schedule. We're gonna be more consistent with that, with the times. We've just been having a lot of trouble with YouTube lately.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people have been having trouble with YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. But we hope that you have been able to bear with us on this, lighter schedule. But once I get back, we will be presuming the 2 video a day schedule. So never fear. There's plenty of super mega games and vlogs and stupid just videos of us bullshitting around,
and a lot more surprises to come. So thank you again for joining us with the podcast and of course our other daily activities. Y'all have a good one. Good night, San Francisco. Hey guys, this is the 8th episode of our podcast.
Nope, it's the 7th episode, Ryan.
Fuck. Welcome every child, man, grown woman, whatever you are. This is episode 7 of the Super Mega Cast. No, you're not welcome. Anyways, thank you for joining the podcast. Dragons, elk alike.
Whatever you identify as, we're glad that you're listening. So thank you for tuning in. All people, all species, shapes, sizes, colors,
whatever you are. Yeah, we honestly don't care what you are, just
unless you're a fan of Keemstar.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that we kind of discriminate against.
That's gross.
Fans of Keemstar.
Like, get out of here. And if Keemstar's listening,
which he's not,
he could
because he's too rich and too cool.
Did you just see he bought that Corvette? Did you see
fuck
that?
Out my Corvette.
No, really. Did you see that though? He bought a Corvette.
Is it a Corvette?
Like, yeah.
It's the white one, right?
The Vet is he calls it. It's like he's bragging about it so much, and he's like.
Let's put this in perspective. I mean, if you could buy a Corvette, you'd brag a little bit. I'm sure.
Maybe, but he's playing up that whole asshole persona really well with it.
Yeah, that's why it's hard. It's like it's weird for me with Keem, good guy Keem.
Gotta love Keem.
Is that I can't tell how much is a fucking character. Like, I know he's definitely probably an asshole in real life.
Like, yeah,
like he's definitely an asshole. He's proved to be. But he definitely plays it up
because it makes him popular and money. But it's like he definitely, I feel like he is like there's a very blurred line between his character and him in real life.
And the thing that's odd is that like you don't see much of that. It's not odd, but you don't see much of that on the Drama Alert channel. Yeah, you see it more on his Twitter. His Twitter feed. If you just go to his videos that he posts, it's just a lot of immature banter and like I don't know.
Like he antagonizes people to get them to react and stuff.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Oh, sometimes it's just YouTubers. Oh, YouTube drama. We're talking about other YouTubers. Oh no.
It's like really not that important at the end. It's just a community where people make videos. It's like the fact that there's so much drama. It's like it's played up because now that those channels exist that make money off of drama, of course drama is a bigger deal and it's more played up and spread because those channels try to make it bigger.
Because it's more relevant because it brings in more money for YouTube and it's more popular.
I feel like the whole YouTube drama thing that's been so popular the past few months, I feel like that definitely is coming to an end eventually, and it's more of like a phase of the website, and it's going to fade out. I mean, there's always going to be drama, but I feel like
people probably People probably thought that about Let's Plays, though, at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Let's Plays are honestly, I don't know. They'll always be around, but I don't know. They're not as popular as they used to be. Like, commentary things are pretty big now. But I don't know if I don't know if commentary things are just a phase or if they'll fade out too. Because with Let's Plays, it's different. It's like there's hundreds of thousands of video games, or maybe I just said way too many. There might only be thousands of video games.
There's definitely hundreds of thousands of video games.
Yeah,
that have been
like
created,
independent games
of all time.
Yeah. So there's so many and there's so much commentary to be given on video games, but commentary channels, it's like I think people eventually get tired of seeing the same thing over and over because it's really the same formula. And I'm not saying that Let's Playing isn't this like a formula where it's like, oh, make a joke and talk
Well,
about
it's more
this, but-
interactive.
Yeah, and it has more variety at
Well,
least.
here's the thing. The thing with that's different than commentary and Let's Playing is Let's Playing. You're providing people content of whether it be your reaction and you transform it, blah blah blah. But commentary channels they take the footage and it's more of just a placeholder because they're not going to put
They
a
don't have
black
any footage.
screen.
Yeah.
They're not going to put a black screen. They're not going to be vloggers. So it's like it separates them from being a vlogger and from being a Let's Player, and it just kind of fills the gap. And since people watch people playing video games, it's just you can watch them play, you don't care, and you can listen to the voice, and it just gives you something to watch. It's almost to me, it's kind of like our podcast in a sense where we have that visual of the waveform.
Yeah, it's funny because we legitimately could just put Counter-Strike footage over the podcast, and then it's a commentary,
Pretty much.
and we could just show pictures every now and then.
Except we're not making fun of young children and people with mental disabilities, unfortunately.
I mean, you want to try maybe?
Yeah,
we could try.
That's how we'll get a lot of money.
Get a lot of money, a lot of fans. Cool. But moving on to another topic. Just a little thing that
Park your Segway right here.
Yeah, let me
Hop
park
off
my
of that real
Segway, hop off, dust off my kneecaps.
Your Jordans.
Not my kneecaps, my fucking knee protectors. What
Your
are they called?
Wheezies or whatever they're
Knee
called.
guards? What are they? Yeezys?
Oh, sorry, Wheezies.
Wheezies? That's the thing from Toy Story. The
Oh, yeah.
penguin. What are they called? Knee pads. Yeah. Okay, that was a lot of
Like shin guards?
yeah, knee pads and shin guards. And I want to see someone like a grown ass man riding a Segway with like knee pads and elbow pads and like a bike helmet with a little visor.
I saw this
Goggles.
guy, Santa Monica, while you were gone. He was on a Segway, and he did not know how to work the thing. He was hopping on and off of it, like
Like,
so
while it was
nervous. He
moving?
was almost running into pedestrians and bikes and shit. It was so
Can they be
funny.
that hard?
I guess.
I
mean, well, how about this? You see people ride around on the hoverboards, all like easy, nonchalantly. But the first time you and I tried the hoverboard, it took a while. Like the whole balancing thing, because
yeah, it was tricky.
Because the thing is, you're going against your kind of primitive survival instincts.
You have to lean forward.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it feels weird.
And your body tries to save itself, but you have to learn to.
You have to push past it.
You have to let your body trust the hoverboard.
You have to trust the
It was
board,
fun
baby.
while we did. We tried it over at Matthias's place.
Yeah, Matthias has some.
Who's
like,
a great. He's a great guy.
He's a sweetie.
He's
Love
a sweet.
him.
He's a sweet man.
Love him a lot.
Yep. And so we got to try it out. I thought they were fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I like here. Like
If they weren't $500,
And
if they
weren't-
were like $99, I'd probably buy one.
Yeah, same. Well, see, that is the big problem is like Chinese companies made them for that much, so then everyone bought those, and then those are the ones that use those shitty lithium batteries that would blow up and catch on
Yeah.
fire. So that's why they're banned everywhere.
I want to get one of the
Thanks,
one-wheel
China.
things. Yeah, thanks, China. But all of these hoverboard type things, they're very
Fad.
expensive.
Yeah.
It's anywhere probably between $300 to $2,000 you will find one of these things for, and that's including like products of the one wheel and stuff like that. And I actually wanted the one wheel because it looks fun, and I'd like to go around Santa Monica, the boardwalk, and just travel using it. Like
Little fanny pack, little.
yeah,
little
not
juice
the
box.
hoverboard, but I'm talking about the one wheel. It looks like a skateboard.
Yeah.
No, am I thinking of the one wheel?
Yeah, you're thinking of the one wheel.
Yeah, it's the big,
It does
thick-
look cool.
yeah.
But it like the thing is, it's like the hoverboard kind of ruined any cool rideable tech for the next like 10 years.
Except
the
for
next
electric
decade.
longboards. Those are still decent.
I've never
looking.
seen those, but
They
that's,
just look like longboards and they go. I see a bunch of them at Santa Monica. You can tell when people are using them because they come with a hand remote that people use to help control the board, like how fast.
Oh,
it
really?
goes and
That's
stuff
actually
like
really cool.
that. Yeah. So I see someone on a longboard, and then I directly try to like see like, do they have a remote in their hands?
I could just see that like malfunctioning. He starts picking up speed and going really fast, and then next thing you know, it's like a scene from a Mr. Bean movie. Yes.
I've seen all two Mr. Bean movies.
All
Was it
two.
two, the holiday one and.
Dude, Mr. Bean's Holiday was not a bad movie.
Is that the first or second
That's
one?
the second
well,
one.
Well, that's weird because
They toned it down for kids.
Yeah, they definitely did because the first one was definitely some more of a
Vulgar. It was definitely
Yeah.
vulgar.
It had more iffy jokes in there, but it seems like the first one was made for a different crowd, and then this one was definitely pandered to
They're like-
the American youngster crowd.
Yeah, because it's like, Mr. Bean is goofy.
Look at this goofy British man.
I'm just kidding. I love Mr. Bean. He's great. Mr. Bean's Holiday was a tearjerker.
Was it?
No, but
Oh.
he was still good.
I used to put Pee Wee Herman and Mr. Bean in the same kind of realm in my
Well-
head because they kind of just acted goofy.
Well,
in
here's the
sense.
thing, Ryan. Mr. Bean wasn't caught masturbating in a movie theater.
That is true.
So that's a big difference between the two.
And the actor who plays Mr. Bean actually has a name.
Rowan
He's-
Atkinson.
Yeah, he's not. His name isn't Mr. Bean. Like, if you see him walking down the street, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, Mr. Bean."
I would.
Would you?
Be like, it's Johnny English. his most notable role.
I
is
saw
Johnny
that.
English.
I
Did you
saw
in
that video.
theaters?
Yeah, it was. Didn't it came around the same time of like Get Smart with Steve
Yeah.
Carell?
Oh,
Did it
God.
get? Was it the same time?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
yeah.
I watched Get Smart as well.
Dude, it's funny because Pee Wee Herman, isn't he trying to make like did he make a Netflix movie?
Yeah,
He's like,
there's
I'm
a
gonna make a
Netflix movie.
comeback.
Mhm.
Maybe people have forgotten that I jerked off in a theater, but it's like
Was it a porn theater or was
I-
it a regular movie theater?
like I think it actually was a porn theater, and it's like well,
They still have those.
they do, but it's like why do they expect you not to like? Why would you just go and sit and just watch a porno? Like
I don't
this is
know.
Good.
There's the internet. There's like you have your own private theater. He has enough to buy his own private theater, dude.
He has enough to just pay women to come over and bang each other, and then he can jerk off. He doesn't need to go into a movie
or
theater.
men.
And especially if you're that notable of a figure, why would you take that risk of like, I'm gonna go jerk off in this movie theater? Let's just
See, that's the thing, because there's a sense of
the thrill. Of,
yeah, the thrill of being caught. That's why I think people have sex in dressing rooms and public restrooms and stuff like that.
yeah.
Or masturbate in Japanese restaurants, like our good buddy
Our
did
good buddy,
recently.
yeah. That we talked about that in our Netflix and chill simulator.
So
video,
go watch
so
that if you want.
If you want to hear the story, go watch that.
Yeah.
But coming up this week, actually, from the time this video is released, Ryan is going to be taking a 3-week vacation back to his homeland.
That is right. I take a hiatus probably 2 times a year. One is just like a week or 2 trip for the holidays, and then I have one big trip where I spend about 2 to 3 weeks home because the way my family dynamic is, it's like, I have my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family. They're divorced, so I have to like equally see each of them. So I like to see each of them for about a week and then spend another week with friends and stuff like that, like traveling to Charleston or Clemson or Greenville or any other places where I need to visit people. Oh, and no boo-hoos in the comments. They've been divorced for fucking like decades.
Dude, boo-hoos. You're not gonna get boo-hoos. They'll be boo-hooing because you get 2 Christmases. That's not fair.
Yeah.
You get.
That's a good thing. I'm also an only child. So.
Oh, dude, you
Yeah.
you have those good 2 Christmases.
Yeah, those good 2 Christmases, and then I get to go play by myself with my toys. Much like the
Pee Wee
nice
Herman.
Yeah, or the nice ladies over at My Free Cams.
Oh my God, dude. So Ryan is going to be gone, and we just want to address this. We're gonna make a video to address this real quick, but basically we're sticking to the 1 video a day schedule until he comes back because it is just too much work to be able to produce.
Because Matt, you just got back.
I just got back from my trip from my
how was
sister's wedding.
How was your sister's wedding?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was amazing.
That's
it was
awesome.
so nice. Wonderful wedding.
Congratulations to her.
Thank you, guys. Go find her Facebook and wish her. I'm just kidding. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Do not do that.
Yeah,
but
don't cross that line. Like, all joking aside, please don't fucking do that. Don't go find our family members on Facebook and shit and like bug them because that's a shitty thing to do.
There are some of you that have done that stuff in the past.
Well, it's because like some of them have that thing in their heads where they don't have that block of what's either cringy, what's inappropriate to do. I don't think some of the people that watch have matured to that point to where. Because like
you can't
I've
fault
seen
them, their brains not developed enough.
I mean, I've seen people just kind of like try to befriend and follow my personal friends, and like they'll be like, "Oh my God, I love Ryan" on my friends' personal Instagrams, and like that's not okay. It's not okay to like fangirl or do any of that type of thing on like our friends' pictures of us or our friends' personal stuff.
Because it's like we love you guys,
Mhm.
and we're talking to literally like 3% of you guys, but like the people that do that, it's just I don't know, it just walks over the other people.
It poisons the pot.
Yeah, exactly. But literally like 97% of you guys, you're fucking amazing. We love you. You're mature and you're fantastic.
And we know every single one of you.
We do. We're gonna be
we love every.
Yeah, but for about 3 weeks, we're gonna be just doing 1 video a day because. Ryan and I, some days we might actually be skipping an upload, and we're so sorry, but we promise when Ryan gets back, we're going to kick it into full gear and go back to 2 videos a day. But the thing is, it's like Ryan and I are only together between my trip and his trip like 5 days, and we do not, especially with like everything we need to catch up on work-wise.
There's some personal things too.
Yeah, we really don't have time to record. How many videos would that be? That would be
40-something?
Yeah, 40-something videos. We like and edit all of them. We don't have time to do that. So we hope you guys understand, and we hope you stick with us. But a lot of good stuff is coming in the future. We have been working on like big plans, like big series and stuff for the channel that are going to be really funny. Some live action stuff, some new series that are
Finishing up some series.
Yeah, absolutely. We may have finished one just recently.
But it'll take about a week or two for you guys to actually see the fulfillment of that.
It's good though. It is very good.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for us finishing a certain series coming up.
Andy Serkis.
Andy.
He's a great motion capture actor. He was.
Oh
in
yeah.
Lord
I
of
know
the
who that is.
Rings, Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, he's like the famous. Like, how do you get famous doing that?
I don't know, but he played Will Smith in Men in Black 3. Hold on one second, Matt. Let me get on. Let me get on this.
Dude, are you getting on your Segway?
Skirt. Okay.
Skirt, dude.
Here I am. I'm mad, Matt.
Why are you mad, Ryan?
Because I want to go see a certain movie, and no one has seemed interested in seeing this movie with me.
Ryan, I've been out of town, so
yeah, I know. I'm just.
Wait, what movie is it?
It's called Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling.
I want to see Nice Guys.
Can we go see that before I part ways?
Yeah.
This Saturday.
I would like to go see that. To be honest, it looks funny. We should do that.
Yes.
Let's go.
I heard it was actually a good surprise, and unfortunately it's not being supported in theaters. I can't tell you whether it's a good movie or not, but from reviews I've seen of trusted YouTubers that I don't know personally, but that I know of, it seems like it is not getting the attention that it deserves. So
really?
Check out the trailer and see if it's something that you might like, even though it is R-rated. So Lord knows how many of you can actually see it.
Don't guys. Don't go lie about your age and go clicking on videos you shouldn't be clicking on. All right.
Oh yeah.
I feel,
we can't mention their age or else they'll fucking go ballistic, and every comment will be, "I'm 18, I'm 21."
I actually do feel bad because we give the fan base a lot of shit, but the thing is, like, a large majority of you guys aren't immature and young because you just watch, comment or anything. And it's like, you guys are hilarious. Like, we read comments all the time that we like show each other and crack up and stuff. And it's like we make a lot of fun of like you guys. And if you're young and watch our videos, we love you. Like, thank you so much. We're just talking about the certain people that take it a little too far.
And we give you shit and we take shit from you guys. It's an equal thing here.
Like, at the end of the day, we love you guys. You are the reason we're around, and we don't want to.
And we're making videos for you. So.
Yeah, we don't want to discriminate against anybody. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We love you guys.
Yeah, could you imagine, like, they probably hate all of us. It's like, yes, that's why we go insane and lose sleep making videos.
But we don't want to guilt trip you guys. We love you guys. So just
guilt trip them as much as you can,
guys. We've ruined our lives with this channel. Just kidding. We love making this channel. We honestly have a fantastic time doing this channel.
It just sucks because, like, you haven't been here for a week, then I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks, and it's just all this. It's pretty much a month period of us not being as devoted as we were to the channel because we can't. It's like we can't. I'm not here.
It's just bad timing.
You weren't here. Summertime sucks, and we'll definitely, like, next year, because we'll still be around. But next year. Things will be different. We'll definitely have a lot more backlogged. We're just getting this channel started up. Remember, this channel is like, not even 2 months old yet.
It's a little baby channel, guys. And all the support that you've thrown this way, thank you so much. It really means, like, the whole world to us to see this many people supporting us and actually, like, genuinely enjoying like the content that we're making.
Yeah, of the 3 channels that I've been on, I think this one has gotten a more fast and quick response and a more just kind of like fan base of its own.
Yeah, the community we're growing is a really fun little community, and you guys are really funny. I see a lot of really funny shit all the time.
And I see some people from the old days of when I was working with Syndigo.
I do too. I see some very old faces.
See Sarah Bojangles.
Is that
That's a name. That's a username.
Oh, nice. I see. Who do I see? There's one person, someone like Sailor Vixen or something, who I've seen since like the beginning of Kids with Problems. So it's cool still seeing people popping up before I was associated with any like bigger YouTubers or anything. Seeing people that just found me in the beginning without coming through anyone else, and seeing them stick around as the growth happens and not leaving. And there's one guy. What's his name? Something Clifton Nixon or something.
I don't know.
He's funny though. He used to comment on all the old Kids with Problems videos, like every single one.
One of my favorites is Justin over on Twitter.
Oh, Justin's a funny guy. I do
what's
love
his
me some
handle?
Justin. Nothing but lag.
Nothing but lag. He's a funny man.
And he actually makes YouTube
videos. He memes
too.
at us a lot.
He does. He sends us a lot of memes. But
yeah, I think he has a Let's Play channel of his own.
Yeah, he makes YouTube videos. So go if you're interested in seeing,
I've watched a few.
you know, because what he does and what channels like him,
He gave me a good laugh sometimes.
yeah, it's essentially what we did in the beginning, because
Mhm.
you know, when you don't have a lot of people following you, you make videos for fun, and no,
Yeah.
not that we don't make them for fun now,
Uh-oh.
but it's like, but no!
Super Mega exposed.
shit, but it's like, you know,
Also in the news.
you know, like people make videos because they like to create things.
Yeah.
And that's why we make things, and it's cool seeing people doing that still like making just to create because they have a good time and they have good ideas and they like.
It's
doing
like
that.
you see people not giving up after a while. Even there's this another person, Ethan from Crank Gameplays.
Oh yeah.
Who's been going strong. I think he actually recreated his
Yeah.
channel.
He did.
And I forgot the reason for that, but he's definitely very dedicated. He definitely loves what he does and cares about what he does. So
yeah, absolutely.
this is a big shout out video, I guess,
Guys, go
to
follow.
people that we've noticed, and you know, the people who have stuck with us, and that we kind of banter around. I feel bad because Ethan, he direct messages me, and if you know anything about this, Matt, I'm not good at responding to like
No.
direct messages or Facebook messages
Not at
or
all.
anything. So I look at them, and for some reason I'm like, oh, I'll respond to that later because I'm doing something or whatnot.
No,
and
that's
then
how it always
Then I'll
is.
just forget about it.
Yeah, and it just
Apologies,
looks like you just don't
Ethan.
care.
I'm sorry.
Ethan,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
my baby boy.
I love your hair though, Ethan. It's cool. It's cool stuff.
Isn't it teal now?
Yeah, I don't know what color it is, but I like it. It's cool. It's nice.
Yeah. Almost as nice as skirt. This segue, dude.
Nice, dude.
Oh, dude.
No,
You
so-
know what?
I was just say segues can apparently like turn on a dime.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But continue what you were saying.
Tell me about this wedding, Matt.
Oh, this wedding, dude.
Any
It was
any fun wedding stories?
wedding stories.
Did you bang any of the groomsmen?
3 actually, but I was one of the groomsmen. So one, I banged one groomsman because I masturbated. Not during the wedding, you know. Okay, never
Was
mind.
it the same day as the wedding?
I don't think I did even masturbate while I was home once. So,
What?
dude? I don't know. It's
Why
just,
not?
Just don't have the urge.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
know,
strong, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, but I was one of the groomsmen, and my sister married a wonderful, delightful man who I've known
By the name of Rolf Sartorius.
Yeah, but I've known this guy since I was in high school. My sister met him, and they started dating. They've been dating for like 5 years, and they tied the knot recently, and it was a beautiful wedding.
When's the baby due? She's not actually pregnant.
No, my sister's not really pregnant because I know we'll see comments like congratulations, but
She will be soon. If I have anything to say about it.
are you slowly just like, do you have like a list like? Do you secretly hate me from the time you met me? So you're like, this is how I'm gonna get my ultimate revenge. I'm gonna slowly bang all his family members, and like one by one. Like you target my mom, and now you're going after my sister.
There was a legitimate point where I think I told you, like, I was like, dude, I had sex with your mom while I was in Charleston.
Oh yeah,
And like for like a little sliver of a second.
I believed you because you were so convincing.
I know.
Like way back, Ryan like took a trip to my hometown when I wasn't there,
Yeah.
and he was like, I legitimately like had an affair with your mom, and I need to talk to you about this. And I was like, haha, Ryan, very funny, because it's like Ryan. But this was before any of the like jokes about my mom or anything.
Before it became a fun little goof and
But
gag.
he was so serious when he said it and stuff, and he's like, this actually happened, and I need to talk to you about it. I don't expect you to believe me, but and like for probably about 10 seconds, I just suddenly got this pit in my stomach. And I'm like, Ryan, you've just torn apart my family. What has happened?
Oh man, wouldn't that be weird if I actually did, dude? Look at
Yeah.
me. Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah, it'd be really weird, Ryan.
Look at me. Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Yeah.
So, do you mind if I real quick just climb up here and just
Yeah.
vroom vroom?
Uh
Just
oh,
get on my
another
Segway.
one, man. This so many segues. Where are we? How can we afford all of these? We can barely
Dude.
afford rent.
I know. And god damn,
I'm kidding.
dude.
We can afford rent. We're not in any
Well-
serious trouble.
Well, I'm not. Well, yeah, we can afford it, but it's not easy. It's not like just little.
It's not like we're shitting golden bricks over here.
It's not like a little water off the wings. I don't think that's a saying.
It sounds
but,
like a saying.
Yeah, it's not like we can just write a check for rent and be like, nice. It's guys, it's just like most people, money is not an easy thing to come by. But I mean we're holding up though. But our next electricity and water bill is going to be brutal.
From
oh
all
my god.
the people,
The
Like,
month of May,
oh.
it's going to be bad because, one, we've had 3 computers, like high-energy computers, like constantly running for a while. We've had so many people come stay with us as guests, and like they use the shower, and it's like I'm not mad. I expect that,
Yeah.
of course. And also, you and I take really long showers, not together.
No.
Well,
you and I lay down in the shower.
not together.
No.
But we do. I like to, after I get all clean, I like to lay down and let the water hit me, and I'll stop the drain and let it fill up a little bit. It's real nice.
I do it differently. It's before I get clean, I just get on my phone and I spend as much time as I want to, just kind of like surfing shit. And I'll be laying down in the shower, and then I'm like, okay, it's time to get clean. I'll stand up, clean myself off, and get out.
Well, the reason I like to get clean first is similar to the reason the Japanese, what they do, is before they take a bath, they take a
Are we being assholes because there's a drought? Like, by
Yeah.
saying this, will we get a lot of, like, environmentalist people, like, really mad at rightfully so.
Yeah, but like, I read something that was like 80% of the water wasted in California's drought is from like the agricultural and meat departments. So it's like they're the ones, and they don't get fined or regulated or anything because they're big industries. So it's like, boo-hoo. But then it's like,
I mean, they have to use that water, though.
yeah,
for us to eat our slabs of meat.
that's a reference. We just made a reference to a video that's not releasing until like next week.
I know. Not
nice.
until the 5th episode of, like, a new series.
That we haven't even announced
or
yet. So
4th.
yeah, but we do have a lot of new series coming your way. Because we're wrapping up some old ones. Might as well just throw this out there. Shovel Knight was not. I don't know. People weren't that into it, so we're just gonna.
I had fun playing it.
It was fun, and if there's a big demand for it, we'll bring it back eventually.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's a series that right for now we're just gonna stick it on the shelf.
Yeah,
make room for other series.
We're also
that
having a
people
little
wanna
pause in Papers, Please. We're gonna continue.
see. Little hiatus. Just
There's
give
gonna be just
people
a
a little breathing room because not everyone watches Papers, Please. So it's like give a little breathing room. But then in a few weeks after Ryan's back, we're gonna bring it back.
And we suck at Mario.
Yeah,
Expert. So we either need the training get really good or it's not gonna happen.
I think
it's
it is
not
going to happen.
entertaining.
I think it'll happen, but at the level of how good we are now, we said this in a future video that's coming out. That sounds weird to say, but we tried recording Mario Maker Expert Mode 3 different times, but we were so bad and literally used 60 lives on the first level that we just scrapped it, and then that kept happening. We kept getting shitty levels made by kids, and it's just like, this is no fun. It's been like 40 minutes, and we're still on the first level, so... maybe I don't know. Maybe we can live stream it at some point because we do want to do a lot of live streams coming up. Like we would love to get to a point where we could live stream weekly.
Yeah, I mean when I get back, we're not going anywhere. We're not taking any big trips for a while. So I mean, there's basically what you can expect is when I return from South Carolina, the channel's going to go back up to 2 videos a day. There are going to be new projects in the works. There are going to be a lot of new stuff and not a lot of big things coming out. A lot of collaborations and such.
Oh yeah, big collaborations.
It's
everyone.
like what you loved about Super Mega, how diverse we were, and like our collaboration stuff like that. So far we've collabed with Frank. Technically,
Hot Pepper,
Vernon,
Hot Pepper Gaming.
And Vernon himself is one of the creators.
See, like one of the things we want to do is we don't want to just collaborate with other Let's Players. We want to actually like collaborate with a lot of different genres of people. And give you guys a taste of different things.
Yeah, like I wish we could have gotten Tucker on a podcast.
I know Tucker's a very talented man.
I wish we could have gotten some of our old friends on a podcast, but things
you
didn't
know,
work
but-
out that way. But we will continue to provide guests and stuff like. As I said, things will be a whole lot more just when I return.
And it's like because we're not just Let's Players. I mean, we do Let's Play videos, and it's like, but at the end of the day, we also have a sketch comedy channel, which we have some announcements about that coming soon. We're still going to do that. We're just taking a hiatus on Kids with Problems to focus on this channel, but we will be returning to Kids with Problems with more sketch videos and music videos and stuff in the future.
Kids with Problems, I would say, at least for me, my perspective of it, it's more of a passion project now.
Yeah, instead of
when we upload stuff, when we do stuff, we're not expecting views. We're not
or-
expecting too much growth from the channel or anything like that. It's mostly just
it's like a portfolio place.
Yeah, if we have a funny idea, we'll make it and put it there of high quality.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then we make a lot of different types of videos. So we want to collaborate with a bunch of different types of YouTubers. So that is the plan. And we actually have some very, very cool people lined up to collaborate with. And that will be coming later this year. Within the coming months. So expect some really fucking cool collaborations with some
Yes.
really, really cool people.
Yes.
Some people that you know and some people you might not know. But definitely some people you really do know.
Oh yeah.
And not even necessarily the people that you might have in mind or think that we're going to be collaborating with. So get excited. We've got some cool stuff in the works.
It's gonna be great. I am super excited. You know what I want to get, Matt?
What?
I want to get Vive so bad.
Oh, dude, we should buy one.
It's what? It's the consumer model's out. It's $600.
Yeah, 600. That's really expensive. But I really want to in the future.
I'd go half and half with you.
Dude, I would go half and half with you.
But like that's still like I'm gonna have to save up a little bit.
Yeah, same here. But you know, like you know what I want to do? I would love to see like what games they're going to port to it in the future, because like there's all those cool little like Steam games like Job Simulator and Portal robot repair thing, and
Yeah.
we've all played those. We've played them a lot. But the thing is, it's like I don't want to drop $600 just for those games. I want to see what other games they're going to port in the future and see where the thing goes. And also, I'm sure the price will end up dropping. So
I hope so.
yeah, you know, in the beginning, I really wanted an Apple Watch, and then it was like $400, $500, and I'm like, I'll wait for the price to drop. And then by the time the price had dropped, it's like, yeah, it's a cool piece of technology, but it's like still, I don't think it's worth the money, at least for me.
Yeah.
If you have an Apple Watch and you like it,
It's a
good
good
for you.
demo run right now, but until like I don't know, how long do you think before a AAA title comes out for the Vive? I give it like what, 2-3 years maybe.
Yeah, probably, but who knows? By the way technology changes, by then there might be some big new thing out.
Dude,
by then, the Vive will be.
There's this story. I'm looking it up right now. I didn't believe it when I for some reason when I was talking about sorry, I'm not talking into the mic. When I was talking about virtual reality with Tucker, he asked me, how long do you think it will take for virtual reality to turn into theaters? The thing is, I was like, oh, probably within a decade. That's when virtual reality will be something of the cinemas. IMAX is apparently, Matt, trying to get out 6 virtual reality theaters within
What?
this year.
What do you mean virtual reality theaters, Ryan? Stop yanking my leg.
Okay, it says IMAX is planning to open a first batch of physical venues for VR content. The company says it wants to create locations that offer virtual reality experiences more immersive than what consumers can get at home. The announcement follows yesterday's news that the company is working with Google to create a cinema-quality
Ooh.
VR camera, which is expected to be ready for commercial use a year and a half from now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and technology is moving really fucking fast with the whole virtual reality thing.
Yeah, and not even that, but it's like, think about the Nintendo 3DS, which is my favorite console of all time, by the way. But think about, like, with the Nintendo 3DS, how cool that is that, like, 10 years ago, the Game Boy Advance was, like, a big thing, and the Nintendo DS. And, like, think about the quality of those screens. And now it's literally, you play these games, and it's 3D without glasses. Like, that's really cool to me.
Yeah, I've always kind of like been on the side of I think Nintendo, since when you look at sales and stuff, I don't think the Wii U. The fuck?
Stop.
What are you doing? Why are you checking your phone during this?
Dude, I don't know. My phone just glitched up. I'm sorry. It started playing a video on Twitter. I'm sorry.
Anyways, I don't think their sales are where they'd like them to be as a company when it comes to the Wii U and
definitely
Wii. But with the 3DS and stuff like that, really well. Those do really well.
They destroyed the PSP Vita.
Yeah,
Like
and it's so just like imagine if Nintendo put all of their focus into handheld, like made
they
the
would dominate
most
it.
powerful thing they could do, like get graphics running, like everything, all their power going into that single platform. They would dominate the market. It would be a monopoly at that point.
Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, and I know they're probably never going to do it, but I mean, it's cool that they're expanding to like mobile. They're making an Animal Crossing game for mobile, which I am beside myself with excitement for that. It's going to consume all of me and all of my time, but it's like, you know, because Nintendo doesn't release their titles on, you know, third-party consoles, so like you're never going to see, like, you don't see Smash Bros coming out for Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
But if they did that, then they would make it. Well, I don't know actually, because then if they did that, why would people want to buy their consoles?
Well, that's the thing. I think they should kind of, you know, trickle out of the console game. Still make games like that, but for, you know, the PlayStation and Xbox and shit like that. And then their console, their own personal console, would be the 3DS and stuff like that. I feel like, I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. Of course, don't put me at the head of like Nintendo's marketing team, but like personally as a consumer, I think their games would sell more if, you know, because more people, I believe, have an Xbox and a PlayStation than have a Wii U.
Yeah.
or a Nintendo console, home
Wait,
console.
I think that I might be wrong on this, but I think isn't the Nintendo Wii like the highest selling console of all time?
Nintendo Wii, let me see.
Do you remember in like 2006 when the Wii came out? If I think it was 2006. Do you remember like how big it was? You couldn't find one in stores for like 7, 8 months. Like they were always sold out. Like everyone had to get one. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like, and I remember I wanted one so bad for Christmas, couldn't get it. I wanted one so bad for my birthday, couldn't get it because my parents couldn't find any. I mean, Santa couldn't find it anywhere. And eventually one day I just saw it at Target and they had like one left. And my parents got it for the family, and I mowed so many lawns to pay it off, and it was so worth it. It was, God, I will always love the Wii. It's like, oh, it's so nostalgic to me.
Okay, apparently this is what it is. These are the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consoles that have been sold. The number 1 is the PlayStation 2.
Oh,
The number
okay.
2 is the Nintendo DS.
Oh,
The number 3 is the Game Boy or Game Boy Color.
I was very far off.
Number 4 is the PlayStation that came out in 1994, and then the 5th is the Wii,
Oh, okay.
which outsold the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3,
Okay, that's what it was. That the Wii sold more
and
than,
all
like,
the other consoles. Yeah. So.
yeah, like the consoles at the time.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I actually have a bunch of old Nintendo Power magazines and like Nickelodeon magazines, and when I was at home, I was like looking through some of them, and it's so weird because they had a bunch of ads for like Game Boy Advance games and stuff, like full page ads.
Yeah.
Super cool looking back at that stuff.
Damn. So nostalgic. So
I know, so much good nostalgia.
It's unfortunate though that like places that offer you nostalgia, they tend to go out of business. There's this place called There's a place called Pixels and Ponds in Columbia, South Carolina, which was just that. It was for old video games and like board games and stuff like that. And then a store called Second and Charles opened up right next door, which pretty much offers almost the same thing, except they also like are a Barnes and Noble-y type thing. They have like books, they have toys, they have so much more stuff. And Pixels and Ponds went out of business within about a year, probably.
Yeah,
of them opening them up.
In Charleston, they opened up this one store that only sold like old retro games, and it was so cool. And then a couple months later, it went out of business. So another company bought it and reopened it as a new name, but the same store. That also went out of business. And I think 3 different stores came through, and now it's a nail salon. So
Damn.
I know, for something up with that. It's so sad. We should see if there's any like retro gaming places around LA. And see. I'm
Definitely.
sure there definitely is.
We might have to make a little vlog episode about it. But yeah.
Ryan, what do you say that you and I strap on our fanny packs, hop onto one Segway together? I'll get handlebars, and then maybe we segue out of this podcast.
That sounds good.
So let me just.
Okay, you take the lead on this one.
Well, I want the handlebars. So.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
Shit.
I'm up. Oh, okay,
this
ready?
Okay,
Let's
go.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
It's the end of the podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Super Megacast. It has been quite a few weeks since we have made a podcast, but we are back to our weekly schedule of Thursday podcasts now.
Yeah, so you guys can rejoice, because I'm sure they were just hurting for more.
They were just saying, I want to listen to these two guys talk about random shit more. Please, I'm missing it.
I wish they had 50 podcasts, so I had 25 hours of material to listen to nonstop. Well, here we are, and we are answering your prayers.
We are, maybe one day we'll have 25 hours worth of podcast material to listen to. But for now, this is only, episode 8, I think?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's episode 8.
I hope so.
I'm losing. Is it bad that we're already losing track, like only 8 episodes in? Like, oh, which one is this?
Yeah, it's like, I think you have the right to do that after, like, I don't know, 20 or so, or 50.
Yeah, like 20 or 30.
But we haven't even gotten to 10, and we're losing count.
Like, fuck. We're in single digits, and we don't know which podcast number this is. But yes, Ryan is back from his vacation in his home state of South Carolina. Tell us a little bit about it, Ryan.
Well, basically, I go back home.
Yeah.
I stay in my room for a good bit, and I use my dad's car when I'm called out to downtown Columbia to hang out with people, and then I drive it back so he can use it in the morning, and the process repeats
It's just a
itself
cycle.
every day.
And then while you were gone, I was sitting in our apartment completely by myself. I cleaned it a lot, and then I just kind of sat here by myself. I had to sleep until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then wake up and then just do nothing, take a shower, eat some food, and then I would watch a movie, and then hang out with my cat Banana.
You
And
should have binge watched a shit ton of shows. You could have binge watched Game of Thrones. You could have binge watched like anything.
I don't know.
But you
dude,
did watch like Kubrick films,
I did. I watched Full Metal Jacket for the first time,
which
is
you
like,
showed me.
Yeah, which I just watched with Ryan 2 nights ago. Because I
Yeah.
said he needed to watch it because Stanley Kubrick is an amazing director, and it was a fantastic movie.
I like the first half more than the second half. Like right when they get into Vietnam, I liked the training.
Yeah,
Stuff a
same.
lot
I
more.
think it's definitely the best half of the movie is the first half. But if you haven't seen the movie, you don't know what we're talking about, but you should. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix, so go watch it.
Go take a gander.
It's a good Vietnam War movie. But speaking of the Vietnam War, this weekend Ryan and I actually went to VidCon.
Yes.
And it was our first ever convention like going together as Super Mega. And we went to this convention, and we have lots of fun stories to tell you guys about the convention.
Well, we went to the convention. We were under the impression that maybe like 5 people would call us aside, like, "Hey guys, I know who you are," type of thing. But what ended up happening was the first day we were there, a line was created that lasted
Yeah.
about an hour of people wanting us to sign stuff and take pictures with them.
This happened like twice the first day.
Yeah, it was very overwhelming. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know really quite how to handle it, honestly.
No,
But,
seriously. Like we were both expecting probably no more than 20 people at this whole convention to recognize us.
Mhm.
And even saying like 20 people was kind of like a stretch. We're like, maybe I don't know, like 15, 20 people.
Because we're
recognize
not
us.
the reason we're not the reason people are there.
Yeah, people go to see like the much bigger YouTubers, but like the second we would hit the convention floor, we would just get swamped by people just forming like a line to take a picture with us, and there were people giving us gifts and shit that they made for us.
Which we got one of the gifts. The first gift we got. Sorry,
like right before we even walked into the convention hall,
was,
someone stopped us and gave us a gift.
they gave us 3 like clay made
Yeah,
figures.
yeah, it was Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Dat Boy.
Ooh, I love that boy.
Oh, such a good.
Oh
meme.
shit.
What up?
Yep.
Yep. Is it dead yet?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if there's anything you and I do best, Ryan, it's taking memes and trendy things like
Running them to the ground.
like D's nuts and then keeping them alive years after they're dead.
we still do
We
it.
still say D's
I
nuts.
know. Oh, we've been.
What
you
was
and I
that?
have known each other for so long, and since the day I met you, we've been making that fucking
I know.
joke.
No, before I even knew you, I got a Snapchat of you. Before I'd ever met you, like 2 months before I even met you, I got a Snapchat of you saying D's nuts, and I was like, aha, he's funny. But
That's
yeah,
when you knew.
that's when I knew we were destined to be buds.
Buds for life.
Oh,
Not really, though. I don't know.
what do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean not buds for life? That makes it sound like you like in your mind you're like, I'm friends with them now, but
You might decide to like kill my wife, and then we won't be friends anymore.
Ryan, if there's anyone I'm gonna kill,
Yeah, go on.
never mind. But yeah, so we got these clay figurines from this girl. She made them for us because we did our Donkey Kong Country series, and they were fantastic. We actually have them sitting on top of our little like TV furniture stand thing. I don't know what
With the
it's called.
amiibos.
It's called a
and-
hutch.
And the the hutch. They're with the amiibos and my stupid little Hot Topic pop figures.
Little you can
they're
definitely get those at
cute.
Hot Topic. Yeah, they're cute. Definitely cute, dude.
Every day I look at them and I make the decision to keep them up there. Like I'm like, should I take them down today? Nah.
Yeah, I'm ready to start expanding my amiibo collection and getting it. I'm ready to start that second row. I filled up the first row of the shelf. Gotta get that second row going.
Yeah, I like that you have I think 3 favorite of yours are definitely Shovel Knight, Pixelated Mario,
Yeah.
and of course the third one is going to be, I like the plug guy. What's his name?
Chibi Robo?
Yeah.
Oh,
I never played a game of his, but I remember in GameStop I would always want it, but like
Yeah.
for some reason it always came to be that my parents didn't have the money to buy the game.
yeah.
So.
Like, I've never played a Chibi Robo game, but I've always thought they looked really cool. Maybe we should play a Chibi Robo game on
Yeah.
Super Mega or live stream it.
Are they coming out with a new one? I thought they were.
They already did. It was
Okay,
for
yeah,
3DS. I don't think it was very well received though. I'm not sure.
We got to play the GameCube one, right?
Yeah, the classic GameCube one. But back to VidCon.
Yeah, sorry.
We
sorry,
got to
Matt.
meet a lot of you who were really, really cool. And it was a really cool experience actually getting to meet the people that watch Super Mega
Yeah.
and comment Super Mega and all that stuff. So it's like it was a really cool experience just seeing all of you guys and getting to actually like talk to you guys one-on-one and see what you guys were like. Some of you were annoying as fuck, but for the most part,
There's gonna be people that met us and they'd be like, "Oh God,
they meant me.
well, which one was it?"
No, we're totally kidding. Nobody was annoying except for Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. One person was annoying.
Yeah.
But we don't need to get into that.
No,
You
of course
know
not.
who you are.
You're probably not them.
Yeah. I guarantee you're not them. You know who you are though. But
Jacksepticeye.
I'm yeah,
kidding. Oh
no.
God, I love Jack.
Oh, he's so good. He stayed with us for an entire week.
Yeah.
And it was insane. It was fucking awesome.
Because we weren't held down by like having to do like we did a collaboration with him, but we recorded that like in an hour period, like on the last day before he left. But so like it had the whole week of just hanging out with him, going out to eat with him, and just doing a bunch of shit. And he's just a really fucking cool guy.
He is just
I know he gets a bad rap a lot of the times for like being loud and shit like that, but like honestly, he's just a very cool fucking.
He is just like he's a really neat guy.
Yeah,
he's super fun to be around. It's just so genuine. Like he's just like a really genuine person, and you can count on him. And he's funny, and he smells really good. The first time I met him, he smelled like baby powder, and then this time he smelled like Irish Springs deodorant.
He has those baby blue eyes. Dude.
God, his eyes are fucking.
When he smiles, it's like a new infant, like newborn, just kind of like looking up at you.
Yeah, you. Could
but of course, it like
not
there's a glass pane in between you. You didn't just find a infant.
It's like in a nursery.
Yeah.
God, you could just reach into his eyes and just pick those blueberries out. Yeah, but
references, dude.
Wait, what's that from?
I don't know. It's like from the dating tips guy.
Yes,
like,
yeah, from that video.
Yeah,
He's like, do you mind if I just...
Tosh.0 did a thing with him.
That's right, because I knew that was from something. Yes. But at VidCon, aside from meeting a lot of you guys, we actually got to meet a lot of really cool, other YouTubers.
Other content creators.
Content creators.
We're not YouTubers, we're content creators.
Who do we meet? We met, we met JonTron.
Yeah.
We met
Bodi. Yep.
We met Filthy Frank.
We met Jack's Films.
iDubbbz, Max Mofo.
Yeah.
I met the Damn Daniel guy.
Yep.
I walked by him and said, "Damn Daniel."
Funny, it up on your Twitter feed.
It is on my Twitter. I think he wanted to kill me. So funny story. Like we were standing outside the convention hall, and we see this like blonde kid standing there, and this girl runs up, and she's like, pulls out her phone. She's like, "Say the line, say the line," and he's like, and he just starts walking away, and he's like, "Damn Daniel." And you just see that he just did not. He's like, "Fuck! Why did I?"
But he wore white Vans.
He did. Did you see he drew the YouTube logo?
Like
on
if
them?
if he's truly fed up with it, you'd think that he just tried to 100% kind of kill it at VidCon of all places.
He was just done though. I walked by him. Ryan and I was like, "Ryan, what are the odds I just go up to him and I say damn Daniel?" And Ryan was like, "I don't know, just do it." So I did. And I walked by and I was like, "Damn, Daniel!" And then he just looked like flustered. And you can, if you pause the video when I say it to him, you can just see like in one frame just this look on his face of just like a fallen god, just like
It's a real gem.
It is a gem. It's a good. He's a sweet little boy though. Who else? We saw Jacob Sartorius in person.
Yeah, I made a dead eye contact with him, and him and his posse with bodyguards and other 12-year-old boys.
Yeah, they were just like a bunch of. Like, you could always tell who the Vine kids were or the Music League kids were because they're like tiny little like 6th grade kids that have like super styled hair and a snapback just gently sitting. It's not even on their head. It's just like lightly placed on top of their head. Like there's like 1 pixel of space between their hair and the hat. And then they usually have like a thin gold chain. We saw a couple kids with that.
I just feel bad for them though because it's like they're not even a person yet. Like they haven't developed they haven't developed their true they haven't found themselves. I believe I didn't at that age. I didn't hardly until like even after high school. I don't think I like truly was like, oh, where am I going in life? Like that type of shit. Like who am I? And it's like when you introduce this shit to them, it's turning them into an asshole. It's teaching them to be an asshole. And I feel like a lot of the shit he does, yes, it's cringy, yes, it's shitty. But I feel like a lot of it can be, given to the fan base or the parents. It's not 100% his fault why he's like that.
Well, I think one of the biggest problems with like when those kids blow up like that is they're suddenly like worshipped overnight by all these other people telling them that they're amazing and all this stuff. And I think it like at that age you're so moldable and like malleable that like then the kid gets a huge ego and starts to think that everything in life is given to them. And then for the rest of their life, that kid is going to be a spoiled little brat, Like Jacob Sartorius is going to grow up. He already is. There's a lot of evidential videos, but he's going to grow up and be an asshole. Like all of those Vine stars are going to grow up and be complete assholes.
Well, it can go one of two ways. They can continue on the path that they're on and continue to make the decisions and have the kind of like self involved personality that they have or have been conditioned to have. Or they can, like, later in life when they're our age type of thing. You kind of did it, even though you weren't famous for making cringe videos, but
Did make some cringe
yeah,
videos.
yeah, very
They're still
cringy.
out there, but we're not gonna let you guys know what they're called, so you can't find them.
Yeah, but it's like, or they can like accept it and start making fun of themselves and being very self-aware of how cringy or like how they acted back in those back in the days.
Yeah, I have an old YouTube channel with over 50 videos on it. Sketch comedy.
Hi,
like,
Shane Dawson.
Shut up, Ryan. Yeah, one of the videos is like a video response I made to Shane Dawson when his grandma was dying, and I'm like, hey, Shane Dawson, your grandma's gonna go be with Jesus now. But yeah, we just had to cut a part out because Ryan just name dropped one of my old videos, and I don't want people finding that.
Because it has a lot of views, dude.
It does. It has like 15,000 views. But I think only a few people have seen that. You, me, Aaron from Game Grumps.
Like 15,000 other people.
Yeah, and 15,000 other people. All the comments on that video were just pure hate. Just like,
really?
just like they're all like, who's this? Like, fuck this little kid.
It's almost like you got leafied.
Oh, God. Ah! I hate my old videos.
Guess what just happened?
What?
We just hit 48,000 subscribers. We were on our way to 50,000.
Wow. Guys, thank you so much for, ever since we came back from our break, while Ryan was out of town, ever since we came back, we've seen nothing but just all this, like, crazy support pouring out from you guys, and we've been shooting up, so thank you guys so much for all that. Ugh.
Yes, thank you very much. I guess also back to VidCon.
Yeah. So when 6 o'clock rolls around, they shut down the convention hall, and they're like, everyone's like, get out, you gotta leave, except for the creators. The creators get to stay, and then after that, they get to hang out on the like hall floor by themselves and just like socialize and stuff. So of course, what people do is all the fans and stuff, they all hang outside the convention hall and swarm the outside of the hotel until probably like 1 or 2 in the morning every night, hoping that they'll see like a YouTuber or something. So we were going to the Gregory Brothers concert, which we met the Gregory Brothers, and they're super nice guys, by the way.
really nice.
But we were on our way to go see them like perform live, and there was no one in the convention hall anymore. All the people that had paid to come to the convention had been kicked out at this point.
Yeah.
So me, Ryan, JonTron, Boogie, and Jack were making our way to the
Downtown.
Walking Fast, Faces Past, and I'm Homebound. We were making our way to the arena where the concert was. And basically the way we walked had these big glass windows, these big glass doors, and it's like all dark outside. And the second we leave and we start walking, all of a sudden you just see like phone screens start lighting up faces outside. Evan just swarms of people just like...
You start to hear audible like... Boom,
like you hear people
as they hit against the door.
Just pressing their faces against the window.
Like it's a fucking zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of zombies outside.
I know.
And like their faces were being lit from underneath. Like it was insane. And you could just see like they started following us. So they accidentally Maker accidentally led us straight into the middle of the concert arena where all the fans were. And Jack just like it was like a magnet and a bunch of like little magnetic
It's
pieces.
like one person came, then 2 people, then 3, then like
That's what
6,
happens.
then
Like
10.
all it takes in a crowd is for one person to recognize you and get a picture, and then all it takes is someone else. It's like, oh wait, who are they getting? Oh, so that night after the concert, Jack was coming back to our apartment, and we had to figure out a way to sneak him out because our car was parked on the other side of this mob of fans, and we're like, how do we sneak him out? So we had to basically walk outside of VidCon and walk like through surrounding neighborhoods, like 20 minutes to get back to the car, and we still got recognized several times on the way there.
I just think like next year people are like, no, they said that they walk through neighborhoods. So like next year at VidCon, there's gonna be a swarm of 12, 11-year-olds or so just wandering around like secluded neighborhoods,
Throwing Molotov cocktails at cars and like flipping trash cans and shit. We want Jacksepticeye. We want Beauty Pie. But the second night, we went to a Maker Studios party with Jack, and we had to get back to this to the parking lot to get the car again.
Yeah.
And we had to walk through the swarm of fans that were outside of the Hilton Hotel where Jack and everyone was staying. So we're like, shit, how do we do this? So it was me, Ryan, Oni, or Chris, and Jack, and we're like, we got to get back through. So Chris gave Jack his beanie and put it on, and we gave Jack sunglasses. And
a hoodie.
Yeah, so anyone listening to this that was in that crowd, you didn't know it, but all 4 of us walked directly
It was the
through
third night, by the way.
Yeah,
It was
the
last
final night. We walked directly through a crowd of like hundreds of just ravenous fans,
I
just
know.
all with our
It was-
heads down.
It's like this scene in The Walking Dead season 1 where they all cover
Yeah.
themselves in like blood and like
Like
dead
the zombie
body.
guts?
Yeah, the guts to get through the crowd of zombies. It felt exactly like that.
Yeah, but we were all like, oh shit. All it would take is one person to recognize Jack.
And just yell,
that is it.
Jacksepticeye.
And then just boom, and we would never get to our car. So we were just walking through this huge crowd, all with our heads down, and we're like, shit. And it was super tense. Like, no one was saying a word, and we got through it. Not a single person recognized us. It was amazing. It was this, like, unbelievable moment of,
We did it.
like, I cannot believe that worked. Like, it was oh, God damn it, I can't stop burping. I'm sorry, Ryan.
It's
just
okay.
like, oh, guys.
It's like we just okay.
Are you
now-
burping too?
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Dude, is there, like, something in our apartment? Is someone, like, putting gas in our apartment and
I don't
making
know
us
about
burp?
that, but I know there's $1 in the woods.
Dude, I found $1 in the woods at VidCon. I was in the woods, found $1.
Found a $1.
Should I give your mom a motherfucking holler?
Dude,
Keemstar, DJ Keemstar, everybody. He was at VidCon and we didn't see him. 'Cause
apparently it was at VidCon, right?
he only came the last day, yeah. Or he tweeted like a picture of like the entrance and was like, "I'm here." Or he
Really?
might have just been faking it. But who else did we meet at VidCon? We met
you
Seer.
met Rice Gum.
Yeah, I met Rice. So we saw Rice Gum like standing by himself. Every time I saw Rice Gum, he was sitting or standing by himself. Same with Matthew Santoro. So I saw Rice Gum. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna go say hey. And I was like, hey, Rice Gum, right? And he's like, yeah. And I shook his hand. And I was like, hey, I'm Matt. Nice to meet you, man. And he's like, cool, haha. And then I was like, see ya. And then I left. And then before we left, he was sitting on a couch by himself. And I was like, see ya, Rice. And then we didn't actually end up leaving, so it was awkward. But
And
yeah.
some kid like
Dab?
Yeah.
Dap? Yeah, okay, so this other Vine star that's really good friends with Jacob Sartorius, like, while I was talking to Rice Gum, came up and, like, dapped him and was like, sup, dude? He's, I don't know what his name is. His name is Mark Jacobs? Mark Thomas? I think it's Mark Thomas or something. But he came up and he looks like such an idiot. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean to the kid, but, like, his hair looks like a loaf of bread on top of, like, a child's head with a snapback just gently placed atop the
dude,
loaf
when
of
I
bread.
was that age, I had the fucking like
had a
you know
bowl cut.
Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide Coconut Head.
Yes,
I
me
was
too.
Coconut Head, dude.
Both of us. There's pictures of
We
both of us out there.
We both have fucking bowl cuts.
Oh God, I had the bowl cut until high school, I think. Who else did we meet? We met Ian and Anthony from Smosh.
Yeah,
Uh,
we didn't really meet Anthony.
No, we saw Anthony, but both of us we know Ian pretty well now. He's a really nice guy. From
went to
Smosh.
a Game of Thrones viewer party.
Yeah.
and he was there.
And
It was pretty nice.
I didn't go to that, but I went to.
Because you don't watch Game of Thrones.
I know, Ryan, but while you were out of town, I saw Ian 3 separate times at 2 streams and once at a Game Grumps party, and we talked about politics for like an hour.
But this is what matters. Does he follow you on Twitter though?
No, does he follow
Tisk,
you on
tisk,
Twitter?
tisk. Hey, I wasn't. No.
Exactly, Ryan. Exactly. Hey, but his
So
girl-
we're not really friends with him.
but when he saw us, he was like, "Hey guys," and gave us hugs.
Nope, he doesn't follow us on Twitter. He doesn't like us.
His girlfriend follows us on Twitter. Pamela.
She
Horton.
follows you.
She follows you too,
Does
doesn't
she?
she?
I don't think so.
But,
Her friend Amelia Talon follows me.
oh, nice. Well, we're actually planning on possibly having Pamela Horton on a podcast, and
Yeah.
also maybe we're gonna do a game with her or something. No promises, but
Yeah.
we've talked to her about it, and she wants to do it.
We saw Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
we saw Anita. She was
Oh, good old
looking
Anita.
good.
Hey, dude, we can't talk about her because obviously we don't like her because she's a woman, right?
Yeah, like, judging by some of the comments recently, if we're not allowed to say anything bad about Anita Sarkeesian because that somehow just equates to we don't like her because she's a woman, not because of anything she's done.
No, it's, you know.
Yeah, but who else? We saw Raina Scully. We met.
Oh, she's really sweet.
She's super sweet. I kind of have a massive crush on her, but that's another story. Also, we ran into Vernon a lot. We talked to Vernon. We saw Philip DeFranco
Yeah.
at the party.
He was behind me in line for drinks or something.
He was. And then Matthew Santoro. Remember when he walked into the party and
He was
just like
vlogging.
He was just vlogging him. Everyone else is just socializing, and Matthew Santoro walked in like vlogging himself, and it's just like
He has to be a constant thumbnail, dude.
with that creepy ass smile. Like shit, dude. I see that smile in my nightmares. I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and there was a sponsored post that was like from Matthew Santoro, and was like, "Hey, follow me on Instagram and check out my videos." And he was doing that like creepy ass fucking smile he does with his little eyelashes, and I don't like it, dude.
Does he have an Instagram?
Of course he has an
I'm
Instagram.
gonna look him up. Matthew.
Hold on, dude.
San-
Aaron just texted us and said that he's on his way. He says
Son.
they're ready to go and they want to come over.
Fuck.
Fuck. Ryan, we might have to end this episode early.
Tell them to. Well, they can head over. We can still record a little bit.
I got to take a shower too.
Same.
We're going out to see a movie with Chris O'Neill and Aaron Hansen tonight.
Yeah, Swiss Army Man. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna go see it.
Next week on the podcast, we'll make sure to tell you what we thought of it. Because we
Absolutely.
recently saw The Shallows.
Oh, we saw The Shallows last night with Chris.
Yeah.
Oni, as he goes by.
I can't wait for our movie review stuff. I want to review movies like on a legitimate platform.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to be doing movie review series soon. We're just waiting for the intro animation and stuff to be completed, and a couple other little details to be worked out. But other than that, we have.
Shallows was nonsensical.
It was fucking awful. I didn't. I like. It was like they tried to make it bad. It was such a bad movie. God, Ryan,
It could have been really good. It could have been like a serious, like legit, like good thriller.
Yeah, like because it has a good storyline for a shark movie. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, good. But the thing was, they brought in so much stupid shit, and instead of like working it into the story, they would literally just put it on screen and like throughout the movie, every time someone sent a text message, they would show it on screen, like next to the like pop up in midair, like a Verizon commercial or something. And it ruined it because instead of just incorporating things into the story, they just like told everything just by showing it on the screen as a text message, and it sucked.
Well, and they had the problem of like it was one of those movies that had to tell you everything. It was like, okay, it takes the shark 32 seconds to get from the whale to the rock, so I must be fast enough to swim from here to the buoy. It would take this long. And it's like she talks to herself out loud, and like
If I was stranded on a rock with like a shark circling me, I wouldn't talk to myself. I'd just be like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, every occasion I'll probably be like, fuck you, hey, fuck you,
Fuck you!
no, hey, fuck you,
No, fuck you!
no, hey, fuck you, you're the one surrounding the rock.
Okay, you know what? I'll go somewhere else. I'm sorry.
You promise to leave? I won't see your fucking fin anymore? What is that? What is that?
Okay, I'll do it.
You will? You
Sure.
stammered a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get in
Yeah.
the water.
No, I'm gonna eat you then.
No!
Yep, too bad. I'm gonna eat you.
That was the movie, wasn't it?
My fins were crossed.
That was The
Shallows.
We just spoiled it for you guys.
Yeah, it was a really bad movie though.
I like the seagull subplot. That's the only thing that I liked.
the
Oh, and the
Steven
shark looked really good until like the end climax, and it's
damn it. We're not
don't
gonna
you
spoil
agree
it,
with me?
but yeah.
Like the shark looked really good until like the end action shit.
And dude, what pisses me off more than anything about Hollywood?
Yeah.
It's not any of that stupid bullshit, Ryan.
Okay.
What pisses me off is Hollywood in the year 2016 still can't make cell phones or any sort of technology look like it actually does. They make it look all futuristic and like and like or like when people are hacking on a computer, it's like with like green binary numbers and like all these windows like access granted. No, that's not how technology works.
Do you think you can hack into the system?
Oh, I can hack into the system. Let me get my 5 keyboards and it's so fucking stupid. It's like with all of the budget, it's like, yeah, let's make the cell phone look like a not real cell phone.
Bitches.
I think those are exact words said in a writing room in Hollywood. Oh, we got to figure out a way to make this technology look fake. Let's make a not real cell phone, bitches.
Let's make a not real cell phone, bitches. The sad thing is, you're probably not far from what the writing room was like.
We got to make it appeal to the kids, to the millennials. Like, okay, millennials love, what do they love? They love emojis?
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you here. I just got mad about something. Tell me why the biggest great white shark ever to be recorded crunches into someone's leg 3 distinct times. And yet, it's just a fucking flesh wound, like, and she can, like, sew it up with her fucking neck, whatever. Spoiler alert,
Yes.
I don't give a shit.
Turn off the podcast if you are really that into seeing the movie The Shallows. But the shark, like, attacks her the first time and, like, drags her under, and you hear it bite her, like, 3 times.
3 distinct times I counted. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
But it's just like a little gash in her leg. But then every time it eats someone else, it's one instant just...
They rip them in half?
Yeah, and he, like, gets back to shore, and he's ripped in half, and he's like, ooh, uh-oh. I'm gonna die now.
No. Whatever happened to him? Did he just wash away back into the ocean? Even though the tide brought him to the shore.
You know what pissed me off about that movie? Like her surfboard, the helmet, all the things in the water somehow stayed in that same area for like 24 hours. The tide would have taken them so far away.
No, they're in an inlet though. They're in an inlet, Matt.
You guys clearly don't understand the way the movie works. We don't. This is just our.
Great white sharks are predatory creatures, Matt.
And okay, and